The Code Crown podcast is intended for a mature audience.
We like to use naughty words.
And I heard someone say Digimon, you were funny.
Another retrospective. I smell tamers on the way.
No, that you just went past a bathroom. That's all.
Yowie wowie.
Why would you ever cheer for the Frontier kids? All they f***ing do is lose.
I mean, if it's a Leomon, it's probably gonna die.
Yeah, if Pteromon is Shoutmon by the fandom's comparison, you wait till we get to Hunters. Tagaru is gonna make Daisuke look like a goddamn saint.
Yeah. Crosswords is better than Tamers.
Oh shit. Meg's just the Joker leaving the hospital.
Look, I know it's going to annoy people, but Atmon is just peak fiction, and it's the best thing, like storytelling-wise, that this franchise has put out so far. Sorry, not sorry.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where in the world you're tuning in to watch this from. Welcome to episode 319 of the Code Crown podcast. My name is AJ, joined along, of course, by Miss Megmon.
Hi.
And we're back to do some Digimon Liberation. We're liberating.
Liberation?
Oh, I meant it in the more of it, we're liberating the Digimon.
Are we?
I don't know. It was just kind of what I went with. But we are delving into chapter 3 today. Of the mainline comic, having come off Debug 1-1 and 1-2 last Sunday. Man, this week has gone by quick. Like
This week has gone by quick, but it's also been packed full of comics.
yeah, like I mean, it's
so much reading.
yeah. Yeah, I would even like it doesn't feel like it was a week ago we were doing Debug. You know, I know we
True.
had Hunters in the middle of it, and then we had those 5 new comics that dropped, and now we've got some interviews to follow up on from those before we kick off for Liberator chapter 3 proper. But yeah, just time is far too quick for my liking.
Mm-hmm.
But
I can't believe what date it is. That's upsetting me. Like, it's not still June.
No, it is.
July didn't happen at all. We just went from June to August.
Uh-huh. Oh, I can turn that off from here.
You can turn off the stupid heart.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have
Fantastic.
I don't know if you have to reload chat for that to be a thing, but
I'll go into it now in a second.
I don't know. OBS is saying subscribers only mode. I don't know if
it's YouTube, so
I don't know if it's on or
let's see.
So, you know, if you are lurking about in the chat, please say hi. There we go, Desmond. Okay. Oh wait, Desmond is a sub.
Yeah, so am I, so I won't be able to tell either. But no, over here everybody is subs, and they're members if they're paying.
Yep.
Everybody subscribes to you on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, so yeah, you could not okay. Did I set it up that way? That you have to be already
it's probably in your
subbed?
security settings. But you have to be subbed for more than a minute.
Oh.
So
Who can send messages? Let's yeah.
I mean, anyone means bots can just jump straight in. Whereas
Well, then
bots
we can
won't subscribe.
We can turn it off if needs be. We can turn it back on, but let's
It's always been on.
Yeah, I just maybe because we don't see an awful lot of I don't know, maybe we've had lurkers that haven't been able to chat, and then
It's for 1 minute, so by the time they watch an ad, it's time to chat.
but anyway, we'll see how we get on with this. Look, if we do get bot flooded, I'll switch it back to subs only.
Yeah.
We'll kind of go from there. But let's open it up to the public today if we haven't been doing that.
Ew.
How very rude.
Sorry, one of our friends sent me a picture of someone wearing fishnets, but with fish in their fishnets.
I already hate it.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone's doing well today.
I made a bag.
You did make a bag.
My headphones are connected to my phone for some reason. There we go.
I played a lot of Splatoon today.
You did.
I finished A Link to the Past.
On your first try?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 And now we're here with Digimons. It feels like I've been sat here basically all day.
It's out here the last 2 days.
Yeah, also valid. And it's not like that will change because work.
Mm.
So I'm still gonna be sat in front of a screen for hours on end because of work. But I hope everyone's yeah.
I hope I can be too if I get a new computer.
Yeah, well, has Meg been saving up her shekels?
No, she'll pay them back.
Oh, okay.
So
So AJ has to buy Meg a computer, huh?
Mhm.
What do I get out of this?
paid back.
With interest?
What's interest?
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Anyway, I think Meg's been making plans without me.
I don't think AJ's been listening to me.
What? So yeah, we're in PNG mode today, just because we're gonna be using It's just gonna be more convenient for letting stuff load.
Yeah.
So we had the comics yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, Saturday.
No, we did that on Friday.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh god, time really has gotten away from me. Oh no, send help. That's why I streamed Splatoon and Danganronpa yesterday.
Yeah.
Over on the other channel. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had the comics on Friday.
Yeah.
And they were all very good. Having had time to think about it, do you have any favorites or?
Daddy Gankumon is still the favorite.
Okay.
Gankumon.
And Reiko did some cyber sleuthing between
Where's chat? Sorry.
Reiko did some cyber sleuthing.
Oh.
And that big thing at the end that we weren't sure what it was.
Oh, the eye?
Yeah. Is Leviamon.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have Gankumon versus Leviamon.
Interesting.
Which it's going to be insane.
There we go.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. So
Is that what other people have come up with as well for what it is?
I
Or
trust
is it
Reiko.
based on just the eye?
Just based on the eye, the scale, the little scaly thing around there.
Drawn Leviamon,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Reiko knows that thing very in depth. Yeah, we're gonna.
sorry, I just remembered Eismon again.
No, well we
Reiko's
don't.
Eismon was terrifying.
Well, we don't have to worry about that today.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of interviews from those comics that I wanted to go through on Friday, but we ran out of time. We really did. So I figured that at the top of the stream today, we'd go through the interviews, kind of chat about them a little bit, and then we'll get into Liberator proper. So
sounds good.
So then for the chat, of course we're not going to leave you guys out. Hey.
Hey.
So, this is all, of course, courtesy of With the Will, who aggregated these and collected them and the translations and such. So, the first interview is with Waga Otori, who's doing Recollection, and Ichigo Satoda, who's doing Knuckles. So, Digimon Partners has begun an interview series with the creators for Digimon Comic. The first part includes Waga Otori for Recollection and Ichigo Satoda for Knuckles. In addition, the interview with Otori references that Recollection. I don't know why it's Recollection. It should be Recollection.
Yeah.
Whatever. Will apparently be running for 4 chapters. While the intro suggests it'll be all 5, this is the first solid mention that these aren't one-offs. We knew Digimon Comic would get a second release later in the year, but with no mention of content, so we'll see what else shows up. Full machine translations are at the Digimon Partners website, but these are just slight overviews rewritten to be easier to understand.
That's good.
So, the interview with Waga Otori. They were happy when it was decided they'd work on Digimon Comic. They're a normal Digimon nerd, so they wondered, should I be involved officially? What should I do? Yes, if we've learned anything over the last few years, is that the fans treat this franchise better than the main company.
Yeah,
so the
more fans,
more fan involvement, please.
Yeah, more fans need to work for this company to bring it back to the glory days.
Yeah. When they entered the manga awards, they were going to be happy whether or not they won, as official staff would see their work. They get sad as a fan when at the end of app games and movies there's a farewell scene, so they thought of service termination as a subject.
Yuki, hi Yuki.
Hey Yuki.
Said this interview was before the title became Recollection.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I was not aware.
Okay, can you take your drink down there, please?
No.
It's in my way.
I'm doing the reading.
I'm also reading. I'm reading along with you. Anime fans are better than anime companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, they liked the friendship between humans and Digimon, so they wanted to read. They wanted the reader to think about what would happen next. Recollection actually takes place a year after Digimon Bloom. It might make some parts easier to understand if you've seen both, but they just kind of wanted to put in a lot of toys that you might recognize from your closet.
We don't keep our toys in the closet.
It's where we keep our gays. What? But there are also recent Digimon toys included. After all this time, Digimon is still alive and kicking.
Hi, Reiko.
Hey, Reiko, welcome in. The story began from wanting to draw those toys. They thought other artists would think of partners, friendship, and battles and focus on that. So turning the story on nostalgia itself, aimed at fans, seemed like something to do. It would also let them draw anything Digimon they wanted. Plus have it be slapstick about toys turning into Digimon, although there is a heavy theme in it. The lead is a high school girl who is a Digimon fan in 2025. They aren't sure if there are high school Reiwa era girls who like Digimon, so they had her get into it from her older brother. So it moves from there. The girl loves Digimon, even if it's somewhat retro, with her brother having been a hardcore fan but who moved on. Since there are 4 chapters this time, they wanted to depict how the brother faces Digimon alongside showing various toys such as cards, figures, and models. The author likes Digimon Savers the most. Sweet. So the Digivice IC is their favorite. Digimon leans to being associated with Agumon from Digimon Adventure. So they had the 2006 Agumon be the main in this, with an otaku who likes a wide range of things. So the translation on the website made that line a bit more like a bit more stabby.
Mm.
It was like, like this franchise always goes with the Adventure Agumon, so I thought I'd spice it up and do something different.
Yeah.
So we,
They knew who they had to pander to get to be the winner,
yeah,
but also how to pander to the fans.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. We're all sick of adventure, but I had to put Agumon in, so...
Yeah. They like that Savers ends not with the Digimon saying goodbye, but Masaru saying he's going with them. He remembers crying out about the shock it caused. They started drawing human and monster friendship stories like that, including in girls' comics. They feel the design of Digimon has a nice appeal. There isn't a single style. Some are human, some are creepy. There is somewhat of a messiness that is unique to it.
That is true. You can draw, you can be good at drawing human characters, and there's plenty for Digimon. You can be good at drawing little tiny animals. You have plenty of Digimon you can draw. You can be good at drawing mechs and giant monsters.
Yeah, no,
Still something to draw.
There's still something. It's a
If
little...
all you can draw is a single gun, there's still plenty of Digimon you can draw.
Yeah. Hey, Ali, good to see you. Stop ignoring the fan or logic for money.
Our what? Oh, our gaze in the closet. When you said that, I thought you just meant games, which is correct. We keep the games.
We do keep the games in the closet.
But then it clicked that that's not what you said.
Yeah, I am not allowed to be out, unfortunately. So.
As a gamer, I think you've gone past that.
Am I a gamer? Am I one of those?
Are you?
I don't know.
Do you identify as a gamer?
Don't know. I don't know if I fall into that bracket. Anyway.
Technically, anyone who's any kind of gay and a gamer.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put it in like my Blue Sky profile.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of cringe for me. Like power to anyone who does it and is that's how they see themselves. It's just it's not for me.
If you only like walking heads, then Digimon is for you. Exactly.
Right? There's a little something for everybody. Then we had a little thing with Ichigo Satoda, who said they were happy when they got involved with Digimon comic. They've been drawing manga for a long time, and serializing has been a large goal, so it being Digimon was a shock. Digimon Tamers is their favorite. Oof. Their father also liked Digimon.
Oh.
So Tamers was something they could talk about, and they got the LCD toy, so they got to play with it. They've loved Digimon since then.
What age are they?
And they continue to be happy to see new Digimon stuff. If Tamers was their favorite, probably around our age.
Father also liked it. So was it?
Oh, I suppose, yeah, maybe the father is like a little bit older than, say, we would be, and then...
Yeah, and the kid is maybe like our kid brother's age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of was introduced to it, and...
Yeah.
Yeah. It was noted that they showed up for the interview wearing a Vital bracelet. They liked raising it, so they continued to wear it as a watch.
They're comfortable.
They are.
They are.
Their favorite Digimon thing is LCD toys. They had a digital monster as a child, but spend more time with the Vital bracelet now. They bought new DIM cards as they came out. They have a second as they were worried it might break.
Do they have a third to keep on a shelf and a fourth because it's got a different band? I think you win.
It's not a competition. When they won a position in the manga awards, their reaction was, "Are you kidding me?" And they entered it immediately. They felt they had written a story that was somewhat dull and realistic, so were surprised when they got any recognition.
This is for Knuckles, right?
This is for Knuckles, yeah. They had been submitting work to seinen magazines, so that's how they did their 20 Years a Samurai Digimon story. Oh yeah, so this guy also did the one with the dude with the Kotemon.
Mm.
A favorite element of Digimon is living with Digimon. A favorite element of theirs of Digimon is living with Digimon, so they went with that. The main character in Samurai is the same age as them, so they considered many Digimon fans were 20 years or older like they were. So they chose Digimon who might be remembered, but didn't necessarily have main roles. Digimon were also chosen based on who might work in battles with their friends, while looking at Digimon illustrations and having fun. Digimon has long inspired their works in depicting friendship between humans and other things in various ways. The root of this is wanting a one-on-one relationship with a Digimon. Take that how you will. Gankumon is a main character. There were other candidates based on those who hadn't necessarily had a large anime role, but were known. It felt like this would give it a special feeling. In the case of Gankumon, it has a feeling of fighting with fists and connecting to a successor, feeling different from the other Royal Knights. They looked at images of Gankumon and got the feeling of it having a nihilistic smile, which feels different than a stubborn father. So it feels like that was something they could focus on. Like Samurai, they went to depict the life of humans with partners, but from a different angle. They wanted to draw the attention of those who have had a yearning to have a Digimon partner. It's cute.
We all wonder about how we'd get away with having a Digimon in our current situation. So.
Yeah. So it's, just a nice little blurb to as an introduction to these comics.
Apparently he's 30 in 20 Years of Samurai.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Just reading comments on it there.
So it could just be a case that father and son watched it together as a bonding thing, and the dad kind of got into it as well.
So I've never read it, but it says, can I say how much I appreciate that a kind of cuddly, good-natured, 30-year-old overweight nerd is not even just a character that exists in the first place, but the protagonist, let alone one who is amply shown to be capable of holding that role comfortably in what could have been quite a compelling action series if it were longer. I'll have to go back and read it again. I don't remember us reading it.
We didn't do the first set of comics on the show.
But I don't remember reading it at all.
Ah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure we did, though.
Yeah. I have them bookmarked, so I'm pretty sure we did.
It's just been a long time. That comment was left on that in November. So.
So yeah, nice little introductions to the first two.
Yeah.
So if we come out then to the second set of interviews, this is with Ayumu Minato, who's doing Paradox, and Tenya Yabuno, who's doing Royal Knights. Ayumu. Yeah.
I've never seen that name without it being Ayumi.
I've
never seen a Ayumo or Ayume or.
Yeah, no, I've never. Yeah. So the second part includes Ayumu Minato and Tenya Yabuno. In addition, there is an English Digimon comic survey for after reading them to get feedback on the 5 comics.
Ooh, can you post that link in the Discord?
Sure.
Open it.
It's just a Google Doc. Full machine translation are at the partner's website. These are rewritten to be easier to understand. So, Ayumu Minato. When they were chosen to be published for Digimon Comic, they were very happy, as Digital Monster Children Code, which got them chosen from the Manga Awards, was their debut. So this is actually their first ongoing work. They felt the joy of becoming a manga artist. When they won, they were working for a company and drawing manga in their spare time. They weren't satisfied with finished work at the time and had half given up, but were still hopeful. They checked their mailbox every day, just in case they would hear something before an official announcement. They got a phone call from a number they didn't know, heard the word V-jumps, and their heart leapt out of their chest. They were at work, but couldn't help but jump up. The idea behind Children Code was wanting to submit a Digimon work that they thought would show the appeal of Digimon to many people. They love the anime, but they also love just the existence of Digimon. It's not just cool or cute, but they can have this mysterious, almost eerie, and can even be frightening like monsters. I guess that's why I say they can have this mysterious but almost eerie like aura or feel.
Yeah.
And can even be frightening like monsters. All these aspects they wanted to convey to readers.
Yeah, it's like, they're right, when it says it's not just cool or cute. Pokemon has like monsters, but eventually they become friend,
Yeah.
and then they become plushy.
Yeah.
There's a lot in Digimon that you cannot make friend. It is not friend shaped, and it never will be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get what they're saying. There's a lot of like, oh, that's cute, that's cool, that's
Yeah.
But there's a lot of scary shit in Digimon.
Yeah. Where Pokemon is kind of like you say, everything becomes friend-shaped eventually. Eldritch Abomination, here's a plushie of it.
Yeah, like I think Eternatus is probably the most monster-looking outside of the Ultra Beasts.
Yeah. And even from like a Pokemon, like even outside of the Ultra Beast, like I think Eternatus is the most like eldritch looking monster since Giratina.
Yeah.
But they turned Giratina into a friend.
Yeah.
Like there's plushies of it. And I'm like, you shouldn't have a plushie of Giratina.
No.
They made Lucario, they made a life-size Lucario plushie.
Yeah.
Who's just there to cause divorces. He treats your wife better than you do.
Like eventually there'll probably be an Eternatus plush, and it'll be a Ditto. So it'll be Eternatus with that stupid Ditto face.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine if they tried to turn like the big Eternatus claw into a plushie? Like I would hate that.
Yeah.
And
Like
that's
Eternatus would be a cool figure. It'd almost be like when you try to pick up your Alduin figure. Alduin is a weapon. If they made something like that out of it, but that's probably the only Pokemon you could really do that with, to have something that.
I just got the idea of a claw machine, and the claw is the Eternatus claw.
Oh, give Hikari a Digimon plush. No.
No.
Digimon wants a Kari plush one.
So.
Okay, a Commandramon and Megadramon plushie. Not sure how they would work, but.
Well, I mean, they turned Rayquaza into a plushie, so I could see Megadramon.
Yeah.
Commandramon is just Agumon with gun. So.
Like a Build-A-Bear.
Yeah. So you want an Agumon with an M16.
Like Cargodramon. I don't think he'd work as a plush.
God, no. Model kit, yes.
Yeah, but I don't think he'd ever work as a plushie.
No.
And if he was, he'd still have to have like sharp looking bits for bones and stuff, so it would just turn out really ugly.
I think so, yeah. No, I do. I agree with you there.
I'm pretty sure everything in Pokemon can become a cute plushie.
Yeah. Well, it is very...
Even the ugliest of Pokemon can become a cute plushie.
They do take these designs and water them down a lot to make them marketable and friendly.
And they don't make horror out of their horror-themed ones. They make comedy.
Yeah. So anyway, Ayumu fell in love via the anime, which they say, of course. They saw the first episode of Digimon Adventure in kindergarten and thought, this is interesting, how fun. I don't think you thought that in kindergarten, but I get the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Right after they moved, they forgot about it. Later on, they were watching TV and saw episode 21, Koromon, The Great Clash in Tokyo. They thought it was interesting, so they asked their parents to look it up so they could watch the first episode. When watching that again, they realized, this is that anime from back then? And they were hooked to see how the story would develop. Initially, they planned to be a novelist, but when they submitted work to a publisher, the editor asked if they could draw. They tried on the spot and were given the advice that, you'll get better if you practice. Why don't you try practicing?
Oh, I feel like that was a bit of a slight against their writing. Like, your writing's not good enough for long-form storytelling.
Yeah, can you draw? Like, your work would be good as a manga, but not as a...
as a novel.
Yeah. There's kind of a backhanded compliment there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really like drawing at the time, so they didn't practice for long. They were an office worker and vaguely thought, I want to work writing a story someday, which led them to the Manga Awards, as mentioned earlier. Digimon influences their creative work a lot, especially Adventure and Our War Game by director Mamoru Hosoda. They think it's evident in the Manga Award comic, and they pay homage to that. one of their favorite comments that made them happy was a comment that said, "While reading it, Bolero started to play in my head." That's I get that. Yeah, that's
That was the children code one, as opposed to Paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They believe the main readers. I mean, because Digimon loves Bolero. Oh God, it loves Bolero so much. They believe the main readers of Digimon comic would be fans, but they also want Digimon to continue to be more popular. So they tried to make a story that would be interesting to even people who knew nothing about Digimon. The editor said, in a good way, it doesn't rely on Digimon, but is a story made by humans. The work from the Manga Award was centered more on Digimon, but they tried to make it more narrative this time. The Digimon play an active role, of course, and they think the development will have it be more of a Digimon style in 3 and 4. Oh, okay. So that means we're getting big-ass battles in 3 and 4 then, and, Digivolutions everywhere. Digimon like Kawagamon, Davidramon, Wanyamon, and others appear, but they want Digimon to be more monster-like. They're a big Omegamon fan, but at the time, they were a bit disappointed they looked more like a human or a hero type, as they think part of the appeal is in the monster, so they wanted to use that. Since Kawagamon appeared in Digimon Adventure Episode 1, the impression is that it's an enemy or bad Digimon, so they wanted to dispel that by giving it a different role. That's the setting for the Manga Award Children Code was the Digimon I wanted to play with, that they felt Digimon fans must have been thinking of for years, and it was born from that.
Do children really want to play with Kawagamon?
I don't think so. I never did.
No.
Paradox was born from the idea that Digimon are monsters, but from a different angle. They are treated here not just as monsters, but as weapons. The story is also meant to overturn that idea of being scary because they are alive. So they thought about how to depict it in the present, which is how they came up with the idea of From the Future, mixing it with a boy meets girl story where the boy doesn't know they are weapons, and the girl does know. As they meet and interact with each other, their understanding of Digimon changes. Yeah, that's very apparent in just like the first chapter of it.
If they wanted to make Digimon popular, they should probably put it in a webtoon or other website. Or in Weebtoon. Weebtoon or webtoon?
I don't know if Weebtoon is a thing, so I'm presuming Ali means webtoon. Because that's where we're reading Liberator from, because it loads much better than their own website.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, why don't they put these ones on those?
I don't know.
If they're putting Liberator there.
I guess they just want the traffic without sharing the ad revenue. If the servers didn't break day one from Liberator going live because, well, Bandai doesn't optimize, I don't think Liberator would have been on these other sites either. But only because no one was able to read it, because everybody was trying to read it, they kind of panicked and went, ah.
Yeah.
And that's why you go to Webtoon and you type in Digimon and you get it and a bunch of fan works. It's like, one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah. I really want to go do this and fix it. Because with the Will, no offense to them, but they're like, we've edited this to make it easier to read, and they've left in a ton of shitty translation and typos.
So then we move on to Tenya Yabuno. Very brief segment, it seems. He was happy to be involved with Digimon again. He was approached for this last summer. He wants to do more Digimon Dreamers, which was being run at the time, but it was decided to do a new story, so it was a new challenge for him to take on. He was asked how he feels about Digimon comic being not just him, but those from the Manga Awards which he judged. He felt the award was filled with the passionate energy of young people who love Digimon. He wanted to be involved with such people for a project to help boost Digimon comic and also support their passion.
Not one of them mentioned it was so cool to be involved with this project with this famous author who judged and let us win. Not one of them said anything about that.
Yeah, in hindsight, yeah, that's... Yeah.
Fanworks are the life
of this franchise.
I don't think the format for them works on Webtoon.
Oh, is Webtoon all scrolling, is it?
Maybe.
I don't use Webtoon normally, so...
No.
While having discussions on the direction of this new comic, his tastes have skewed to being more and more like children's books. He wanted to do something comical for Digimon that would appeal to children. He thought, what if I make the cool Royal Knights semi-deformed? That's what SD means, basic chibi.
Yeah.
And give them an active role like in SD Gundam.
Semi-deformed.
That's what it means.
I'm gonna start calling myself Mega SD.
Yeah. He also really wanted to have SD toys of the Royal Knights. He laughs. The NX toy.
We were talking about that when we were looking at them on the cover, and we were like, I want all of them as toys. They're adorable.
Yeah. Like the NX Edge versions of them are kind of like that, but as a result, the direction was different from how SD Gundam and the direction was different from SD Gundam, and they have the work and direction they have now. While drawing this SD work, things he thought of since he was a kid, before there was an SD Gundam, he's been drawing Gundam at 2 to 3 head height, so there was no hurdle for him to turn them into SD versions. And the Royal Knights have very detailed designs for Digimon, so he did worry about what lines or details would be omitted. But he enjoyed drawing them. If the story had centered on battling, the designs may have been more cool, but since it was a comedy, expressions were softer.
He only has to go back and look at the sprites and see what they put in.
Yeah. They say the Royal Knights are cool characters who are sometimes deified, and sometimes villains, but they tend to be distant from the readers, which Yabuno feels is a shame. Distant? They're never out of our face.
But they're not, like, you don't get to know them as much as you do
Fair. Okay.
the other characters. They're just fly in, haha, I'm the enemy, boom, 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 gone.
Okay. Yeah, no,
You know?
Valid, very, very fair. Yeah. They would be happy if readers could become more familiar with them through the caricature Royal Knights here.
Like, none of us knew Dinosaur vapes.
No.
We just watched him in 2 different shows. We didn't know he vapes.
Or stayed up all night being a troll on the internet.
Yeah.
Although that one I can see.
Yeah.
Digimon fans are now in the generations of those raising
I
children.
can see Lord Nightmon like commenting on all like the girls Digimon's pictures, going, "Oh, you're so ugly," being that kind of a
Just
troll.
being a catty little bitch. Yeah.
Like Ranamon puts up something really pretty, and he's like, "Oh, you're fat."
Oh, I kind of hope that's where they go with it now, because that works. That works so well. Oh. Yeah, Lord Nightmon just fat shaming all of the pretty Digimon.
Yeah.
Anjumamon, you want to get that cellulite taken care of.
Yeah.
You're meant to be the epitome of beauty, but look at you. Oh, that's so mean, and it works for Lord Nightmon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he looks like such a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's the prettiest, you know?
Yeah, of course. He's the fairest maiden of them all. Digimon fans are now in the generations of those raising children, so they hope that kids will read the book, and the parents will be able to sympathize with Dynasmon, who is pushed around by a child named Wanyamon. So please enjoy that part.
Oh yeah, that was a toddler that I take care of frequently.
Yeah.
Let's do this. 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 We did that already, but let's do this.
It's been 2 hours. Yeah, solid, like 2-part interview series. Hopefully, as With the Will says, here we get a part with the creator of the new Seekers comic in the future. There's no interview for that just yet.
Yeah.
But it is nice to get sort of the insight of them.
Fun to see where the authors of Digimon stuff come from.
Yeah. And I do agree here, like, it's especially interesting that Yabuno was thinking of seeing if this could be more Dreamers. You know, that's kind of interesting. Like, it does make you wonder if the Part 1 ending label for that was added after they decided to do something new here, knowing there was a possibility to, like, revisit that idea later on.
Well, he seems eager to do it. So.
Oh yeah, like he seems to be like I mean, yeah, I mean that could have gone on for
Are
like.
they all male?
I think so. Yeah, there's no.
Yumu is male as well.
Yeah, there's no. I don't think there's any female writers among them. To say nothing of Minato making his debut with his Digimon entry, and this being his first ongoing comic, literally reaching his dreams with Digimon. Yeah, and that's really kind of special.
I like their little avatars.
Yeah. Yeah, there's yeah.
There's no gender in this one all day.
It's probably from the translation. Because it's not, because that language isn't really gendered.
And then in the next one down, it's all he. He was approached. He wants to do.
Yeah.
Unless it's they.
I mean,
interesting.
It's an interesting observation, and maybe there's more to it. But I feel like that's just because they tidied up a machine translation. I don't know if it really means anything.
I'm just curious.
We'd have to look up.
I'd like there to be a.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I totally get it. Like I'm not dismissing you.
Especially because this franchise is so well. The people who run this franchise are so it's all for boys.
So forget this.
What are your thoughts on it? Amusing, usually, or dissatisfaction?
What did you like about Digimon Recollection, and what are your supportive comments? What are your thoughts?
Usually, and dissatisfaction.
This company can't even get a fucking survey right.
Like, how hard was it to say good, neutral, and bad?
Yeah.
Like, amusing. But Paradox wasn't amusing, but I wasn't dissatisfied or...
What is usually?
Usually about it?
Paradox is very usually. So, yeah, that sucks.
That's a terrible thing.
I will put this in the Discord for anybody who wants it, but
yeah.
Good luck deciphering what any of this shit means.
I mean, we have to pick amusing if we like them, right? Like, is this translated?
Oh.
What's this?
Legendary Skies. Ooh. This is the Frontier sequel manga? Or sorry, manhwa. So that's fun. Look, there's the Google Doc for the reader survey. Go tell them if you found their comic amusing, usually, or dissatisfaction. God, if I did the episode titles for the show now like I used to do even like a year and a half ago, that would be the title. Amusing, usually, or dissatisfaction. Ah.
They might have been put in because we don't know their pronouns. He was used for Yabano because we do know his. Yeah, that's why I'm curious.
Well, let me, let's see. What else does chat have to say? Okay, yeah, we haven't missed anything, so we're good there. Alright, well then, shall we swap over to, Liberator, Chapter 3?
Yeah.
Alright, so Digimon Liberator, Chapter 3, Shrinking Violet, Part 1. In 3, 2, 1.
It's so funny if it wasn't loaded up.
And look, there she is. There is Best Girl.
Let's force Meg to read the Frontier manga. No more Frontier.
I think Meg might actually die.
I'll literally run away. You won't be able to drag me into this room if it's Frontier.
No. I love this design.
Mm.
I love her little Solomon. Or a Ghostmon even. He's great.
I love her hair clip thingies.
Yeah, I love
Her hair does not make a lick of sense though.
No.
Because she has space buns and drill hair. How do you manage to do that? Like, there's got to be fake clip-on drill hair.
Oh, I really hope that's the gag. Like the space buns are real, but the
That's her
drill
real hair,
tails.
and the drill tails are just clipped on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fun. So we have so this is kicking off from the fallout of Shoto's battle with the NPC.
Okay.
He had just barely eked out a victory thanks to Pteromon, and we're really just picking up from there.
Okay.
An NPC suddenly started a situation battle. Battle start. In front of the ability of my opponent's level 6 Hex Blaumon. 3 of my security shields have been broken through. We're doing a recap? I don't remember that. To make things worse, I can't move at all. I was trapped, unable to do anything. But then... Are you giving up again? Draw phase. Use that card and show them what we're made of. Grand Galmon Digivolve. Where are his organs?
Remember that lady we saw?
Oh god, the corseted lady?
The corset lady? Yeah, she's been
that's
wearing...
this.
Yeah, she's been wearing corsets for so long that her waist actually looks like that.
Oh.
And people have literally asked where are her organs, and she's answered they naturally move up and down when you're doing this, just like they do when you're pregnant. They have to move around in there to fit something else in there, so...
Zephagamon! Here we go! Zephagamon! Gale Braver!
Braver? Gale Braver?
Yep. With this move, winner S. Kazuma.
Skazama!
Leon Skennedy! We were able to defeat our opponent and go back to to life as usual in Liberator.
So losing?
And the card just grays out. Look, it's a really cool transition. Like the color just fades. At least we thought so.
Ali said every part 1 starts with a recap.
Oh, fun. Episode 3, Shrinking. I want this font.
Although the O and the D kind of look like the same letter.
Kinda, yeah. So, episode 3, Shrinking Violet.
Lighter on the curtains.
Oh. The window's open, so he probably crawled in.
Oh, these curtains are going in the wash anyway.
Anyway, right.
Shrinking Violet.
Lots of white space. I've had enough!
Oh, if he had the rest of his elbow on that side, that'd be a good sticker.
Yeah.
We'd have to cut out the elbow from that side
Cut
and
and
flip
flip
it over.
I mean, it'd probably be easy enough to do, actually.
Yeah.
Because like they've the same little like animation lines going through them, so
Yeah.
you probably could just clip and flip.
Yeah. Anyone with Photoshop skills want to do that for us and make a sticker out of that?
What's with this sudden outburst? Scary.
Why?
Why? Yeah. The Pteromon's just like, what the fuck?
It's like he forgot he had a Pteromon.
Outburst! Why are you so calm? An NPC comes out of nowhere and destroys the map. It starts a grueling situation battle without even asking first.
Reiko said too much work.
Plus, we come across 2 wild Digimon that should not exist in Liberator. Pteromon and Shumon.
No, that's such a cute picture.
Not to mention my deck was reconstructed on its own. And there were Digimon cards with abilities I've never seen before. I managed to win, but after the battle was over, for some reason, the Zephagomon card in my deck was no longer playable.
Available.
Oh, available. Well. What on earth is going on in this game? I get what you're saying, but you need to relax, Shoto. At least nothing went wrong. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love that image on its own. With just the two of them laughing without him cutting into it.
What are you talking about, you oddball? You're acting like... He looks very dead in this, because it doesn't look like he has an eye.
Yeah, he just looks like a model.
You're acting like you've known me for a long time now. What got cut out here?
I
didn't notice that on the original read-through. Why is there a speech bubble with no text?
He was so bad at deck building that the game went, fuck this, you're too bad at it, I'll just build your deck for you, so try not to mess up too much while playing. Do you want to turn on assist mode? That's what the game did.
Oh, they're reusing panels. Okay, so that's from an earlier chapter, so they just didn't bother. That kind of sucks that they reuse the panel. Like, why not just have the image without the speech bubble?
Yeah.
It seems very cheap to, like...
It's lazy, yeah.
Like, does the rest of this image not exist beyond this?
I mean, it should have, like, because they would have made the image first
and
then put the speech bubbles over it.
You would hope.
Yeah. Or they could have moved him over and just put the new speech bubble over that, so you don't see that there's something missing.
Actually, I have known you for a long time.
Of you.
I have known of you for a long time.
Well, actually.
Nani?
I see he's doing it with the finger. Well, actually.
Ever since you started your special training 3 months ago, you were always losing to Arisa. He's so done already.
I love that picture up above. Like your special training, it's just her mouth nagging at him. Do this, do that, do it this way, press that button.
Tee How do you know so much? Like I said before, these lands are my home. Yeah, big old tree. A lot of first-timers come to this area. It's oriented towards beginners. So we got a dude with a Gazimon. We got a guy with a Bearmon, or... No. Grizzlymon.
Grizzlymon.
Yeah, or Grizmon for the...
Pteromon, my general needs to be strong.
Once the beginners get used to this world, they usually go and explore other areas. I'm generally free to fly around and monitor these beginners. However, I don't know what's going on with you two. You've been here a long time. I notice things like that. He's just that bad at the game, they can't leave the starting area.
He's so ashamed, and she's just like, do I tell him?
So I've been watching YouTube for 3 months now.
I can't say anything, it takes me a long time to get out of a tutorial as well.
I see. That's why you know how easily Shoto gives up.
He's ready to punch her.
Just like you, bitch. It must be tough, Missy. Shoto's brain immediately shuts off at the slightest hint of adversity. Oh, there's our sticker.
Yeah.
Enough already. No, enough already. But you're right. I do get like that.
Yuki is Pteromon.
Yeah. He's just like, okay, you're not wrong.
The little side eye from Pteromon.
And I think Shumon is just happy to be here.
Yeah.
If you've been watching us that closely, it makes sense that you know a lot about card battles.
It just came into my head there that, you know, in the Buffy musical where they all have a line in the song and Willow goes, I think this line's mostly filler. that's what it reminds me of in that picture. They're all having this conversation and Shumon is like, hi. I don't know why I'm here.
But when you sit down and think about it, it makes you wonder, a wild Digimon who knows so much about card battles. Look at that attitude. He is just Shoutmon.
Yeah. But he lives in the beginner area, of course.
Shumon, are you okay? Staring into our soul.
Yeah. Can he see out of the eye on the shoe as well?
That's what I've been wondering, if the shoe is sentient. Because when it attacks, it
has
gets
a
all-
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it attacks, like, the eye narrows and has
Yeah.
expressions and
So can the
things.
shoe see as well? Is it like... Is it Damimon that normally has the Chumon?
Yeah.
The Chumon?
Yeah.
Controlling it?
Mm.
It's like that.
Oh, maybe.
So I thought maybe if that eye works, that would explain, you know, he doesn't have another eye.
Ah.
So maybe he sees out of this side with his actual eye and this side
With
with
the
the shoe.
Because you've been here for a long time, means you didn't come with the latest update. It seems Shoto has Pteromon in his deck. Oh, it actually brings up the deck list. They've blurred... Have they blurred the cards so that they, like, as, like, spoilers for the actual set?
Maybe.
Like,
I don't want to show you the artwork.
before the actual product comes out, or not to spoil what she actually uses in her own duel.
Maybe.
And I have Shumon in mine, and so much more. Yeah, like it's purposely blurring out the effects and stuff. The mystery only gets deeper. We won't find the answer just by talking here. I got it! Let's go see a GM!
Looks
Yeah!
like she just barely missed punching him in the face.
Yeah, it's like he just leaned out of the way.
Like, ugh.
I was just going to suggest that. A GM? What is that? You monitor the players, but you don't know what a GM is? They're so expressive.
What's a game?
What's a game? I really do love it. They're so expressive. I look like Shumon is just like, yeah, what's going on?
Someone fell asleep.
I
Has
think
no idea what's going on.
I think Shumon fell asleep, yeah. GM also stands for Game Master.
Okay, that would be a neat sticker. Or,
This
well,
one?
actually.
Well, we can... Hold on. There you go. Oh, nice little overworld map. In order to run this game without any problems...
Seto Kaiba runs the game, apparently.
There are people in control. Oh?
Oh, okay. That was quick. Why was that called Shrinking Violet?
Because it's all... Cause
Oh,
that's
it's
only,
still part one. It's
Yeah,
still
this
the same
is-
part, yeah.
Yeah. It's broken up into
Mm.
4 parts on this site.
Yeah.
So... Well, we're... Oh. What a bunch of baloney. Lacuna is run by humans?
What a pile of barnacles.
Huh? You're off your rocker. You do know this world is a game, right?
You do know you're talking to a character in the game, right? They don't usually know they're in a game.
Yes. The world is a game. .hack reference. What? Wish. So of course humans are in control. Well, I guess so. Tap. Anyway, since it's decided, let's head to the city center. Jewel! Arisa, you seem so excited. She loves Jewel. Well, she loves shopping in Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
What's wrong with shopping?
so what if I do? I never get the chance to go because I'm always helping you train.
Everyone's judging him.
Never get between a girl and her shoes, I guess. It's like, wait, what? No, it's not my fault. That's true. My bad.
Are they going to release these as line stickers? Because they all look like line stickers.
I really hope they do get released as stickers for Nile down the road. So, what are you going to buy me to celebrate your first victory against an NPC? I'm buying something for you? Of course! As a token of your appreciation for me helping you train.
I was just going to say that he should be buying her something for all of that effort.
Yeah, fine, I'll buy you something. They're just following along, like,
Yeah,
what have we gotten ourselves into?
Yeah, I like that the way this is done. Like, they're walking along. Like, you can't see them, but because of the length of it, it's like we're walking along with them in their conversation.
Yeah. Hooray! I'm glad I brought it up. Just like, he's so done. Are we sure about this? And then they chase off. And like, that would be where an episode ends in an anime.
She's like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Because they put a weird like shine on his head, it looks like he has a bald spot.
Yeah. That's from where she punched him in the head earlier. You know when people get that big cartoony look?
Yeah. Oh, I got what you meant, yeah.
What a bunch of phooey. In a way, it makes Pteromon a stalker. It'd be neat if the shoe was just a leg. Just a single leg. Said I want a nerd. Comic has never spoiled any new cards, just a novel.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Comic is too long for the average webtoon. Yeah. The game, it's real life, Meg. Humans very often lose control of their creations. That's like the biggest amount of foreshadowing that just happened. Well, if the humans want to do something dumb we don't understand, let's just follow. Worst case, it'll be a fun dumpster fire. Needs an anime. Yeah, this will be fun as an anime.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. No, because no, getting an anime out to everybody at the same time is just too hard.
It's too hard. Yeah, it's like the most difficult thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. City center. Jewel. Wow, that is a very pretty city center.
Yeah. It looks familiar.
Does it?
Maybe it's just because I've seen some of this while you're scrolling.
Oh, okay, yeah, that might be it. Any cameos? Like situations like this where everybody is far enough away to like make anyone out. A scene like this would be a fun opportunity to put like a little cameo in.
Yeah. Well, there's that Miyako there. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm?
You see what I'm talking about? Move up.
This one?
That one. Yeah.
That could be Dreadnought though.
Yeah, I was just thinking that one looks familiar. Her coat.
This one?
The little
Amelia Watson here?
Yeah, that looks like that looks like it's an outfit from something. That could. No, Minoru was wearing a t-shirt, wasn't he? An orange t-shirt.
Like a sweater.
Was it a sweater? I was just thinking the orange there, but no. Maybe we have Nokia and some more covered up clothes. I don't know.
I'm trying to think, what was it? There's an episode, I think it might be, chat, correct me on this. But I think there's an episode of 2020 where when Mimi is walking around the real world, there's actually an homage to like one of the other shows' costumes. You usually see them like in the shopping in the window.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you showing me that.
So, you know. Welcome to Lacuna. This is the first area visited by players starting the game. Oh. Lots of blurred out stuff.
Yeah. That looks like a Noivern. Is Noivern the big one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got an Ugomon.
Ew.
Poor thing.
The guy behind him has such a long face.
Yeah. Is he a horse?
Whose horse is that? It was Mimi's outfit in Ghost Game.
Mimi's outfit in Ghost Game. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Thank you. I knew Mimi was in there somewhere.
Yeah. Just waiting to see if the comic can make an interesting card fight. At the moment, they should try harder before even starting an anime. Okay.
That's a fair opinion. It has many shops.
Is that the girl from the Eisman episode too? Emma?
Oh.
I don't remember. What
It
she
has
was
many
wearing.
shops offering cards and accessories.
He's a cyber sleuth.
Yeah, it's like a hoodie jacket. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they're playing a card game, right? But
Yeah.
because of the way the field is laid out, it looks more like air hockey.
Yeah.
Raph, are you okay? A free battle space. Oh.
Want that thing floating around your
Quest-
anything.
Quest boards to select missions, and much more. All kinds of support for your adventures are available here. Aww. Were you Senji?
I was just gonna say. He does look kind of old as well.
Also, I feel like that heel and that jacket is meant to be a cameo for for one of the GMs.
Is that not up there? That girl there, is that not the Yandere Simulator?
Oh God, we don't talk about Yandere Simulator.
And there's that guy, American. What's his name? From Tokyo?
I found the Black Agumon.
Hey,
Is this Kosuke? Oh look, there's not Meg.
Yeah.
Which is
This guy looks like he's from another anime as well.
Yeah, he does. He looks
Looks like he's from like a One Piece or something.
I was thinking more of like a Jujutsu Kaisen or something, or
Maybe.
like one of
But this guy, is he not the guy from Yu-Gi-Oh! American? What's his name?
Bandit Keith. No, nah. If the jacket had cut off sleeves, yeah, probably.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I'm sorry about this, Pteromon. We're going to see the GM now.
You found the Black Agumon. That thing's worth a fortune.
A little Guilmon. If you think about it, having an unknown Digimon with us would make us stick out like a sore thumb. Do you mind hunkering down in the D storage? Do I have a choice? You too, Shumon. I'm so sorry. No problem. What is this? Some of the character designs are just out there, like the leopard
That
print
guy is-
scarf here, and
That guy's so happy to see Patamon.
yeah, he's so happy he's lost an eye.
Yeah.
Like, where did the rest of his eye go? Whatever bloom filter they put over this panel just
Yeah.
destroyed this guy's face.
Put your shoe away. Your shoe in the D storage. What?
I like how they light up, but I'm gonna be kind
Yeah.
of sad that the real one won't. Okay, let's go see the GM. Watch there be like a collector's version in about a year that does have all the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're waiting to see how popular this gets before they make another one.
Oh yeah, before they put something out with electronics in it. Yeah, for sure. When we're done, we can go shopping. Is that all you're thinking about? Stump. Feet. Arisa! Shoto! What a surprise to see you here! Huh? Oh, Vi, hello. How do you do? Wait, did you always have a Ghostmon? Hello. Arisa, my rival. You have always been very perceptive. I got this little guy recently. Ghost. It's adorable.
It is adorable.
I love how he's all butlery.
Yeah.
Violet Inboots. AKA Vi. She was born overseas to a rich family and is studying abroad. She was also Arisa's classmate.
So is Arisa rich?
Oh
Also?
yeah. Yeah, she is Celestia Ludenberg.
Yeah. Like if they go to the same school, that implies that Arisa is very rich.
Or is it like Kyoshiro, where she wanted to go to a regular school to get, this,
get the experience.
to get this, to get the anime school life experience? I love how her uniform is a regular seifuku, but instead of like, but it's a very rich and fancy bow on the front.
Yeah.
She's a more experienced player who started Liberator before us. But for some reason, she sees us as rivals.
Because she knows you.
She controls a number of decks with the help of her rich parents.
Oh, she pays to win, huh?
And so we've got Anubismon, BL Starmon, Apocalypmon, quick somebody get pizza, Alugamon, Melgarurumon X.
I thought she had her middle finger up. I didn't see the card straight away.
Yeah, it's a weird way to hold the cards. Like,
Yeah. That's uncomfortable.
like is she?
Like that.
Oh no, those are right.
Her thumb is on this side, no?
Yeah, her thumb is. I guess it's like like that.
There.
But her thumb's not sticking out though, so I presume
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
holding
mean.
up
It's
the back of
holding
the
it
card.
there, but that's
Yeah, no,
uncomfortable.
the way it. Because I looked at it wrong as well, and I thought she was like holding the card
With the middle and
with
third
like
finger?
Yeah, with like her middle and third finger somehow, and I was like,
I don't
gee,
know what the third finger is called. I mean, it's useless anyway. So index, middle, pinky. What are you?
balance. Or is that just toes? Anyway. So she's called the Collector. It's funny that Ghostmon just appeared when right now I'm writing a scene involving a Ghostmon and her partner.
Best goth is here.
Ali says, just hate that the English readers get Vi as a nickname, while the Japanese readers have Viola as a nickname. I think Vi is better. I think Vi is a better nickname for Violet than Viola.
Viola's just another name.
Yeah. Viola also makes me think of Soul Calibur. There's a character, you know Raphael in Soul Calibur? The Italian one with the sword. The fencing guy. Alright.
Not off the top of my head.
Well, he gets a goth makeover later in the series, and then he has a daughter called Viola, but I think Vi is a better nickname. It's because a nickname is people shortening your existing name.
Yeah.
Like for Ali, Al, rather than Ali. Ray instead of Reiko, Des instead of Desmond.
Yeah.
That's a nickname. Just changing your name is like, I understand why they did that. It's a more natural thing for a Western audience to cut down somebody's name.
Most people would cut it down to Vi instead of saying Violet.
Yeah.
Even I get that with my real name. Like, it's 6 letters and people still cut it in half.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I go, please don't do that. I hate when you call me that. Yeah. Yeah. You call me Meg all the time anyway, so.
But Vi in my context sounds very weird for me. You instead of Yuki. Wait, that's a different character?
Yeah, you don't want to be you don't want to be you.
So from a Western perspective, I think it's a better localization.
Yeah.
Like that's how you do localization versus direct translation.
And Meg nicknamed me.
Like that's how you do localization. You take a concept that
like if this was localized by the Irish, her name would be like Viz.
yeah.
Because we put Z's on everything for some reason. Gary is Gaz.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Any a name like well actually hold on. Before I go into that, we cut down like Thomas to Tomo.
Yeah.
Anthony to Anto. Like we
Yeah.
put an O on everything.
Yeah.
Um
Then for some reason, if your surname is Murphy, your name is Spud. That's always the nickname of people who are Murphy, and I never understand that.
No, I've never gotten that either.
Is there a brand of potatoes that's Murphy's? I don't know, but
Or maybe it's just so generically Irish. They're a potato.
I don't know. AJ would just be A. A and me.
So like I get why they did it. Like if her name was like Violetta, and it got cut down to Viola, I get it.
It's still the same amount of syllables. That's not for Violetta, but Violet and Viola, it's the same amount of syllables mostly, and that's why we make nicknames. That's why people complain that, when doctors in shows say GSW,
Yeah.
it's just as quick to say gunshot wound. GSW, gunshot wound.
Oh yeah.
It's not an abbreviation, really. It is when you're writing it, but when you're saying it out loud, it's irrelevant. So that's why I think Vi works.
Like even like with because I see the statue there for like Magnolia from Bravely Default. I call her Maggie. Like so.
Yeah, people would. Yeah.
Winner to Winnie. Oh, we'll get there with. Well, we'll get there with the novel. That's different because he went through a whole base name change. He went from Psycho to Winner or Win-Or. That's different. Like if Violet is her name in both versions, changing the nickname makes sense contextually.
Even shortening it to Vio.
Yeah.
I'd prefer over Viola. I don't know. It just sounds more natural to call her Vi, shorten her name. She could have the username Vioboo. She's spooky. Are you choking on a jelly?
No. No, it just went down wrong.
You had hiccups last time and now you're choking on sweets.
No, I'm not. I promise. I'm okay. Anyway, we'll carry on. To tell you the truth, I'm not a fan of how pushy she can be. It's such a coincidence to see you here.
Tai Chi just loads in just to piss you off.
Yo, what a coincidence!
Don't choke on Jelly.
Oh god. Yeah, but like Psycho to Winner is a completely different thing because he got a whole base name change, so that has to facilitate the difference, the change in pet name. But like I will talk about that a bit more when we do debug too, because I think that's a conversation.
I'm actually curious about something. Maybe think about it there.
Oh.
With Phoenix Wright, the same thing, because we get it translated as like Feeny as like his nickname, or Nick.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what those are in Japanese. So we could go over that the next day.
Yeah, his actual real name is Ryunosuke, so it'd be Ryu.
Yeah.
Like his sweater that like Bitchface made for him. Yeah, that has a big or on it in the Japanese version rather than a P.
Okay.
So I think like he just gets cut down to Ryu.
At all? Oh, that's not that cute.
No. But Ryu-chan. Or something, know. Suwa-chan.
What about Nick then?
For us, that's just Nyx. It's the it's the Phoenix part of it.
Yeah, so does she just also call him Ryu?
I guess so, yeah. I've never looked into like the Japanese translation for Phoenix Wright too deeply. But if you're gonna chop down Ryunosuke into like a pet name or a nickname,
You should call him Suki.
yeah, like like I think it would just be Ryu. You know, or there's possibly a joke because the surname is Naruhodo, because which means I see or I believe. So there's probably a pun there, but yeah, we got Feeny from Bitchface.
Yeah.
And she was the only person to call him that. But everyone else just called him Nick. So anyway.
Imagine going to school. So my name is Nick. Hi, my name is Nick, and the teacher calls out Phoenix.
Yeah. You can see why I said Nick, right? Oh, it's such a coincidence to see you here. Are you going to see a GM? As usual, you get right to the point. That's why I love having you guys as rivals. Super very good. La. Is there meant to be like a VE here or something, or have I missed something? I don't know what the LO is meant to be here for, or is it? Oh, it is.
Oh yeah, LOVE. Yeah,
love. Super very good. Yeah, what is that?
It's a heart. Look at me.
Oh, I guess
it's the way all the K-pop idols do that now.
Oh, okay. You can tell I'm hip to the jive of the times. Super very good.
Her finger is way too long for it.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of what threw me off.
You're supposed to keep it like close together so it makes the heart shape.
So cringe. So, am I here to see a GM? Bling. That is exactly why I'm here. Ghostmon, tell them the news. Okay. Lady Vi has discovered a new type of Digimon and is here to report it.
Oh, so we're not special. Oh, sorry.
Don't die. Whisper. Ah. Wow. We also... Arisa! Clap. You know Violet is super nosy. How rude!
Especially now that you're whispering.
If you tell her what we know, it'll be dark before we get a chance to talk to a GM. If you want time to go shopping, you'll have to keep this a secret. Okay.
They're drawing a bird like the double head.
Yeah.
She's...
What are they talking about? Don't worry about them. A new type? Oh, that's incredible! We encountered a bug that made an NPC act weird. We've come to report that. Is that so? That must have been rough. I've definitely heard there's been some issues with unusual NPC behavior lately. Even when I first met Ghostmon. Oh, well then, we're kind of in a hurry, so we have to be off now. Good luck, Violet! Let's get the fuck out of here. Hold up! Dun 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 dun.
One. Oh, there's Ria's Grimory.
What? Ria's Grimory, yeah. Oh, that was close.
A guy with a spam t-shirt? Okay.
A Daisuke cosplayer with an Agumon on his shoulder. I love the baby Lugamon on his shoulder. Baumon?
Yeah, because Bow Wow.
Yeah.
That guy looks familiar as well.
Oh, okay, no, the Digimon is sideways. Because
Yeah.
with scrolling down, I thought this was like waving hair and that was a mouth.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck is that? But no, it's I can't think of its name. The hairy baby.
Hairy baby.
Oh, it is. Vi can be a fun girl.
That?
But when she starts talking, she doesn't stop.
That needs more punctuation there.
I
Vias can be a fun girl.
think it's a typo. I made do with the text I had in front of me.
Yeah, it just looks like it needs a ...
I think the author, I think it was supposed to be one of those words, not both, and and both ended up in it, so I punctuated it myself.
Euramon.
Euramon, that's the one.
Euramon.
Euramon.
No, Euramon.
No, Euramon. Vi can be a fun girl, but when she starts talking, she doesn't stop. Well, he got his carabiners. When?
Oh, when?
When?
And his hair is not red anymore.
No, well,
So-
yeah, that faded when the battle ended.
Yeah. But when did he get those?
But he didn't have them here. Or,
What?
Or
Where the fuck did they come from?
the other pan. Oh, he has them
he
there.
does them. He does have them. Oh.
Are we getting continuity errors with the drawings? Because, God damn it! Sorry about this. Oh, I guess
He
okay.
does have them there as well.
Okay, I guess he does have them. I was pretty sure he didn't have them yet,
Yeah.
like at all.
Well, he hasn't had them up until now. They're
Hmm.
just weird. Guess he bought them when they got here.
Let's contact the GM. Reception. No. One. I wonder if any of them are free now. No, that is a taxi service.
Which is not free.
No. Everyone seems busy. Everyone seems busy. Their schedules are full. Oh, wait, look at this one. This GM looks free. Oh, you're right. And we can see them now. So let's contact this one. Old boy.
Old boy. Oh no.
Garcia.
Garcia. Yeah. Gregory.
Yeah. Tate.
Oh no.
Walker.
Don't go to him.
Don't go to that one.
Walker. Texas Ranger.
Williams. Nina.
Nina Williams.
I mean, it's a Bandai property. Actually, what would have been really fun is if the Rochefort was was one of the options here. The Rochefort. It's Lily's surname.
Ah. Yeah, that would make sense.
Just a little, a wink and a nod kind of thing.
There's so many places in this that they can do that and they don't.
Yeah. Chat will probably want to point out something. I don't remember if it's in the Liberator thread, but the Japanese version of this panel is different. There's markers to show, there's the ones that aren't free actually have a marker in the boxes as well.
That would make sense.
So if you want to, if chat can throw a screenshot of that into the Liberator thread on the Discord, we can peek a look at it later. Whoosh. So I guess we've just gone up the elevator. Oh. Hello? We've come to talk to a GM. I'm sorry for the wait. Unfortunately, all of my staff are busy, so I had to keep you waiting. I'm Cool Boy, and I'm in charge of overseeing the GMs. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
What a shitty name.
How can I help you today? Okay. So that's part 1.
Yeah. Cool boy.
Mm-hmm.
My mom thinks I'm cool.
Boy. Yeah, that's what he was called in the original version. He was the... And he was part of X Chronicle, and he was also an instructor on how to play the game in the original on the original trading card game. So makes sense that he's here.
Still, you think someone who's dressed like that would come up with a better name for themselves?
I again think it's one of those things where at the time it was, this English sounds really good, so we'll use it. but because they're opting to use that character again, the name has been grandfathered in.
Yeah.
So you
What
can't.
they should have done was give us the Japanese version of it.
That is his name in the Japanese.
No, they should have translated it to Japanese.
Oh.
Because it doesn't sound as stupid as cool boy if it's whatever in Japanese.
But his name in Japanese is Cool Boy in English.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
No, I do get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying actually give him a Japanese name rather than an English one.
Yeah.
But his name in the Japanese is English.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but they should do it anyway because it sounds better.
Nah. It's grandfathered in.
And then people would figure it out and go, ah, I know this.
Super Cool Boy. There are people on the internet that call themselves Epic Beetle Dung and stuff like that. The internet is all about either overly cool names or overly silly names. Sometimes both.
I know, he looks like he'd call himself something really posh and British.
If it's the same character, he probably thought he was a cool boy back in the day. So.
Do you mind if I take a BRB real quick? You can keep talking, I just want to put some juice in this.
If you must.
I must. I have nothing to drink. It is warm in here.
Well, it's not my fault you can't pace yourself.
Monster.
I do not want to hear you complain when you're up all night again. I don't want. Yes, you do. All she does is complain, chat. Anyway, so while we're waiting for Meg to return, yeah, I do like that chapter 3 is a bit sillier. You know, after like how sort of intense like the first card battle was. I do like that this is a bit sillier, it's a bit more slice of life, it's a bit more laid back. You know, and getting to meet characters and have characters question things that the viewer would, like why has Pteromon been watching them all this time, and Pteromon like not really understanding that Shoto is so bad at the game that he hasn't actually been able to leave the beginner's area like everybody else. The slice of life is definitely the fun part about Liberator. I would agree. And it also makes for kind of a smoother reading experience, because we're not stopping and starting to kind of look at the cards, look at their effects, keep track of who's got what memory count, all of that stuff. Just need something to liberate. Yeah, I think we're gonna get there soon. Oh, I think I hear Meg coming back. Chat, you better delete all that nasty stuff you said about her.
Too late. I saw that.
Oh no. It's like a fun ride whenever a slice of life comedy rolls in.
Desmond, you'll have to come get the juice. I guess my chair started squeaking again.
Why are you squeaking your chair?
I'm just moving like I have been the past few weeks and it wasn't squeaking.
Why are you squeaking the chair?
Why did you make it squeak again?
When are you going to stop squeaking the chair? And so on. Anyway. Alright, well. Let's, So, naming semantics aside.
Yeah.
This is the cool boy. Or maybe not even the cool boy. This is just cool boy.
A cool boy?
Just cool. His name is Cool. First name Cool, surname Boy.
You know, there's a guy in our town.
Even they're looking at him going, wait, your name is what?
There's a guy in our town called Billy Boy.
There you go.
It's not a nickname. It's his actual name that's on his birth certificate.
Mm.
Billy Boy.
Well, we were... So there's not even speech bubbles. This is just a big... And then this happened, and then that happened, and da-da-da-da. I see. Swish. So, you two are Shoto Kazuma and Arisa Kinosaki, correct? I would first like to apologize. We are extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused by the problem with our game. Well, it wasn't that much of an inconvenience. I mean, it was a little. Yeah, maybe more than a little. Anyway, it was surprising. I'll keep this in mind as valuable input for improving the game. And once again, I would like to offer my sincerest apologies. With that being said... Huh? I love this. Ching.
Oh, he's E.T.?
We have known about this problem. You've known about this? Shh. So other players have experienced this as well?
Why does it look like he's leaning on...
On like a keyboard?
Mm.
That's correct. Out of control NPCs that exhibit unusual behavior. Wild Digimon. Oh. There are players that have encountered the same things you have. They're the novel. There for the novel. I thought Agumon was in here because of Own. Because we know Own was playing like an Agumon deck in Chapter 0. But I guess like he's going to move on to whatever his new sea otter thing is. So I was curious what this Agumon was at first, but now that we know about Ryotaro, it makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
There are players that have encountered the same things as you. Hey, Yuki cameo.
She looks so evil. To go with her evil Hitmon, I suppose.
Come to think of it, Violet also said something about a new kind of Digimon. Super, very good!
That would be a nice t-shirt.
That would. If I tell him about Pteromon and the others, I could get them into a lot of trouble. But Arisa already blurted out that we've seen wild Digimon. If there are several people who have seen the same thing, isn't that a big deal? Plans are already in place for an update in the near future and after research and debugging. We will continue to make every effort to ensure that our players can play with peace of mind. I also have something to request of you.
Oh?
You, a GM, want to ask us players for something? Yes. Actually, it's more of a warning than a request.
Oh.
Eugen? Don't worry, it's not that bad. It's only something you should already know. In order for you to enjoy healthy competition and stay safe while still having fun, it's best not to get involved with wild Digimon. The cause of the out-of-control NPCs has not been officially determined, but according to the reports from users gathered so far, and the debugging team's research, there is no doubt that wild Digimon are a key factor. In other words, you don't have to be afraid of out-of-control NPCs, as long as you play correctly within the game's parameters. Dum dum. We apologize for the delay in addressing this matter, and your understanding would be greatly appreciated. We understand. Huh?
We do?
Shoto? Are you sure you don't want to think about it? We aren't only just involved with wild Digimon, we have them in our decks. And that's where you're wrong. NPCs react to wild Digimon, right? If that's true, the Digimon in our decks aren't wild anymore. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, famous last words. There's one more thing. Tamers shouldn't even think about catching wild Digimon and making friends with them.
Like, surely he can look into their profiles as a...
Oh, he probably already did.
Yeah.
My feeling is he's letting
He's
on.
saying this because he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cards in this game form a system more complex than you can imagine. We've already confirmed that irregular wild Digimon can cause even more trouble. Even more trouble? Yes, well, let's just say you can lose your player status. Do you mean we could get banned from the game? I'm sorry, but the details are strictly confidential. Whatever the case may be, if you want to keep enjoying healthy competition in the game, I strongly suggest you keep my advice in the back of your mind. Yes, sir. So
he's not saying they'll get banned, but they won't be able to play anymore?
yeah, I feel like
Well, actually, that's a really specific sentence. You'll lose your status as players in the game when you become an NPC.
ooh. Is this what the Liberator trait is? We're no longer players, we're the liberators of the game. Is that what this is building to? Cool Boy scared the living daylights out of me. I guess someone of his position really knows everything. You think so? He told us in detail what the management's stance it was on the issue. He even warned us about what players shouldn't do. I'm completely satisfied with that meeting. In fact, I think he's a really great guy. Huh? What's with that look? Oh wait, is that him or her? Huh? What's with that
That's
look?
him, yeah.
You've finally grown up. What do you mean? If you're scared of someone like him...
Simone.
Oh yeah, if you're scared of Simone... Shimon! Yeah, Shimon. If you're scared of someone like him, you're going to have a hard time at university. Screech.
That man is a corpse.
Hey, Hachi? There are a lot of professors in my department who are more overbearing than that guy. University? I still don't know what that's like. I still don't know what that's like. Aren't you taking the entrance exams next year? Well, don't get too worked up. If you're ever in trouble, you can count on this trusty childhood friend for anything. Tee.
You can't even pick up a card game. How well do you do?
What does that mean? What does that mean? Did I say something funny? It's funny when you say it. It's not. Oh,
That's him.
Yeah. Hold on. So she laughs. And he okay.
Says, "What does that?
What does that mean?" Did I say something funny?
I think he's saying both.
Oh, him. Yeah.
He's
Oh,
saying
still
that
him.
as well. Yeah.
Did I say something funny? It's funny when you say it. There was nothing funny about what I said. Boobs! Beep beep.
Beep, not boob.
Fair enough.
Don't beep the boobs. I don't think she's old enough.
17. Don't beep her, don't beep her boobs. Oh no. Is it that time already? It is. 5:20 p.m. Oh, we had so much to do. Time just flew by. You have class now, right? I'll take you there. Oh, wait. No. Oh, we had so much to do. Time just flew by. You have class now, right? I'll take you there. I guess we have to postpone the shopping until next time. Thank you. Where are you guys going? Oh, we have to log out. I'll be back tomorrow, so just wait in here. Oh, wait. I'll be back tomorrow, so just wait in here. Okay.
Calm down, AJ, you're live.
I said don't. I'm telling the chat. Bling. Just stalking them.
Yeah.
The next day, Themrald Coast.
Demerald. We live in Demerald Isle.
Well done, comic. Well done. Themrald Coast. This is where all the trans emeralds hang out. Along with, I don't know, they ruby or they sapphire. I don't know how else to make that work. Chill out, Pteromon. Hey, Shoto. You think I can relax in there? I'm free. Nothing better than the good old smell of home. You're overreacting. It couldn't have been that bad. What do you know? These two need to pipe down. I know. Think about how I felt locked up in the D storage with nowhere to go. I get it, but you do know that you really stick out, right?
Oh.
Huh? You should listen to Shoto. Yay! Bling! She just gleams anytime she's on screen, I guess.
Yeah.
I get to see you guys 2 days in a row. Shoto, Arisa, and who do we have here? A couple of Digimon I've never seen before. Hey, how are you, Vi? Well, I'm doing just great.
This Arisa suddenly looked like she needs to pee.
You want to know why? I just got to finally meet the new Digimon I've been looking for. New Digimon? Oh, we don't know what you're talking about. You don't have to play dumb, Shoto. I have no intention of falling behind you in terms of Digimon knowledge.
Ali said gots bling a lot, it's just their nature.
I can say this with confidence. In the long history of Digimon, there is no record of a type like theirs being reported in the media. Oh wow, the V-Pets, the card.
Just as you were kind of scrolling, my eyes thought that was a Pokedex. Because she's talking about it's like, they can't be read by this.
It's selfish.
Selfish.
That's not how that word is spelt. It's selfish of you to keep it a secret. Were you laughing behind my back yesterday when I told you about the new species? Not at all. It was just bad timing. Anyway, have you been with these Digimon for a long time? I'm gonna come clean. We just met Pteromon and Shumon yesterday. Pteromon and Shumon. Those names are adorable. They do seem to be a different kind of Digimon from the ones I've seen. I just love these two. Bling. I've made my decision. Your decision? Your decision on what? Oh, what's this princess so excited about? Arisa, I don't have a good feeling about this. Something is definitely off, Shumon. Arisa, it's time to battle. She gets a purple box. Not even the regular one with a purple light. It's just purple.
Because she pays for it.
Swish. Battle? With me? Now? Exactly. And if I win, I get to keep Shumon.
That's not how...
Thud.
That's not how these battles work.
Another Digimon for Violet Inboots collection.
Inbootses.
Violet Inboots collection.
Bootses.
To be continued.
Inbootses.
Violet Inboots collection.
Inbootses. What was the other one? Oh, it's the Winterses.
The Winters.
Yeah. Inbootses. No, there was another one.
There wasn't. Yeah, there was another one. Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
Where we were doing this bit as well.
Yeah.
So, chapter 4 is going to be the battle between Arisa and Violet.
Yeah.
So that is what we'll be reading next Sunday.
You cannot... You can't just decide if I win, I'm getting your Digimon.
Playing for keeps. I mean,
You can't just decide that, though. The other
it's
person...
a traditional trading card thing.
If it's not in this game, though. You can't just decide. It's a mechanic of the game.
House rules.
It's not her house.
Well, we'll see if Arisa agrees to the battle.
I mean, Arisa can just, sit there and do nothing. And the battle won't start. Or if at the end of it, whoever wins and she can just go, no. This is my card. Goodbye. Log out. Block.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City. You get a locator card and the strongest card in your opponent's deck.
Sonic cameo. Sonic X Digimon crossover. Sonic X Shumon. Shumon time. Shumon time, even.
Yeah, so typos aside, how do you feel about chapter 3?
Violet is fun. But I feel like I'd hate her as a person. If she was around.
Right.
If I knew her. I feel like I wouldn't like her.
Okay.
Because, he was right in going, oh, this princess.
Violet can still report her to the GM.
Then nobody has it. Nobody gets Shumon.
But if I can't have it, nobody can.
Yeah, but then she loses whatever one she got as well.
If hers is just Ghostmon, that might be a bit easier to hide, considering Ghostmon has already existed prior to this set.
But she said it was a new one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it just Ghostmon with a hat?
Oh, sorry. No, Ghostmon has always had a hat.
Okay. Because that counts as new in this franchise.
Yeah. Bakemon to Soulmon is... Yeah, Soulmon is just Bakemon in a hat.
Yeah. Surprised Insekimon doesn't have a hat.
Yeah. Don't complain about Violet. This is how she gets friends.
You managed to put up with AJ, so I think you'll be fine.
Jesus.
I don't think you're that bad.
Thanks, everyone.
No, you're not a princess at all. In that regard. You don't steal my toys and then decide they're yours. In fact, I do that to you. You like this figure? Well, it's going in my room. I mean, Magnolia over here does match my room.
You leave her alone. You take her name out of your whore mouth.
Oh. No, Cool Boy. I feel like I've seen him in everything.
Really?
I mean, he's just that kind of character.
Oh yeah. Like he could turn around and be this comic's like Aizen, and it would make sense.
Yeah. I was gonna say Ryosenji, but yeah.
That too. Yeah.
He's the Seto, the...
Remember, according to shonen logic, you make friends by fighting to the death with them. Therefore, to make friends, you have to make them want to fight you to the death.
There's a difference between wanting to fight you to the death and wanting to just strangle you.
Fair.
There's a respect in one of them. Design-wise, obviously, I love her.
Yeah, no, she is great
Her
design
and her
wise.
ghost.
Her drill tails are a bit extra, but I kind of love that.
Yeah, I feel like she's a...
We're not fighting Vi in the breeding area. Maybe next year.
When she turns into Nanami. Yeah, that's where she'll go.
I'm shocked art of the two doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Like, there's art out there of Nanami and Alice.
Mm.
There should be art, like,
Or the three of them, because
the-
they're
yeah, they-
basically the three forms. Yeah.
that's what I say, like, she's like the next in line to like the goth digidestined heritage, like.
Yeah. Alice is the child level, she's the next one, and then
I feel
Nanami
like-
is the...
Well, I feel like Alice would be the child level. Then Violet would... Jesus Christ, I totally lost. I forgot what everything ever in the universe was there for a second. So Alice would be the child level.
Yeah.
Violet would be the adult level. And then Nanami would be the perfect level.
Yeah.
So something has to come next. There has to be like an actual goth mommy human.
Yeah, we need like a Lilithmon in human form.
So, yeah.
Except blonde.
Interesting. Vi is like 3 steps above Alice. Yes, but like if Alice...
No, we have child, teenager. Teenager is technically the adult form. It's like Jellymon.
Yeah.
Jellymon is the child, then her next step up is a teenager.
Yeah.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla is the... Yeah, we need...
Tesla's a
Milka.
teenager, but she's at an adult level.
Yeah. And then...
Pteromon.
Pteromon.
Pteromon is mommy, but she's also just a perfect. So...
Like, if you were going personality-wise, I feel like the next one up, whose name I can never remember.
Amphimon?
Amphimon. I feel like personality-wise, she should be next after the teenager.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
Pteromon is like the big mommy,
Yeah.
but that's just not how it worked out.
Remember, Lilymon is a perfect level too, but small, so Violet is also a perfect level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I can't believe we're having this conversation. So, Digimon needs an adult goth mommy character. Right, time to submit my time to submit my works to the next manga awards.
I mean, you could throw my model in between Violet and Nanami. Make Nanami the big mommy. Put me in there too.
You're not canon. You're not canon.
I am in our universe.
Who are you?
Megmon.
Never heard of you. I don't think I have a card for you. Right. Okay. So, like,
Who would be your child level?
oh god, if I know. I've never really thought about it. Does Louie's mom count as a goth? No, she counts as dead. She's a dead type. Right. So on that lovely note, let me load up column. I don't.
Oh yeah, we have to do this as well.
Yeah, because I'm like I don't actually.
Wasn't there one we were meant to read before this? Or is it before the next novel part? Also, Ali said something earlier about reading another chapter of Debug before chapter 5 of this.
Oh well.
I know we're going into like 4.
Yeah,
next week,
we're going.
so-
My plan is every 2 manga chapters we do a novel chapter.
Oh, so that'll work out then.
Yeah.
Because we'll be doing.
So next week on the 19th, or no, the 18th. Next week on the 18th, that will be chapter 4, which will be the Violet Arisa battle. Then we're going to be away for a week.
Yeah.
Kinda. Next week is the one where it gets weird. I think the following week is the one where it gets weird.
It depends if we're hungover the next morning.
Yeah. So. So on the 18th, we'll be reading manga chapter 4. There won't be a live show on the Wednesday, but depending on how we're feeling on the Sunday, we may be able to come back and do debug 2.2-1 and 2-2. There would be because I won't be on call then for the weekdays the following week, the 26th to the 30th. We will be doing more hunters, which I think should be 10, 11, what do we do? What do we do? 10, 11, and 12 just gone. So it'll
We're already
be
12 episodes in?
yeah. So it'll be 13, 14, and 15 on Wednesday,
Okay.
and then on the 28th, then that's 16, 17, and 18.
Desmond said party all night.
But then because I'm on call that weekend, because I've swapped with somebody so that I can be free the weekend of the 24th, because we have a family gathering to attend.
And all night. It is all night. Desmond is right.
What's...
My family doesn't know how to stop a party.
No, maybe we should.
Yeah, I'd rather not get drunk, blackout drunk this time.
Yeah.
I'm old for that shit. I say going to my dad's 60th birthday and he's going to get more blackout drunk than any of us.
But anyway, the point is after we do the dates are irrelevant because when we do get back into regular rotation after all the chopping and changing, we'll be doing debug 2-1 and 2-2. Then we'll do 5 and probably 6 if it's out by then of the novel. But the novel comes out every 2 weeks. So we actually may just hit a point where we run out of manga because it just isn't out that week.
Yeah.
And you can't do column by itself because there's not enough of it, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing left to do at that stage then is just to read more of the manga. Or sorry, read more of the novel.
Yeah.
So after we get caught up on the manga, chapter 5 is this week. Then there's a gap, and then it'll be a column. Then it'll be a column, and then 6, and then a gap.
Do you need to type this out?
No. No. Anyway, I think the important thing is the goal is that after every 2 manga chapters we do a debug.
Yeah.
But we're catching up on the content because of the content's own release schedule. So that might not be feasible long term. Like we may end up having weeks now where because we'll have been caught up on everything, we don't have anything to do for the Sunday.
Okay. Video games.
Possibly.
Sorry, I just noticed the Agumon's teeth and that are not teeth. On one side of his face.
Oh yeah, they're just gum.
They're just gum.
Yeah.
Pointy gum. I forgot to draw a line and fill it in white.
Yeah. So yeah, I can English. Liver Tower. Like it knew what I meant. So
I found this chapter amusing.
right,
It was not dissatisfaction.
right. It was not this. That took me a second. Ah, brilliant. Thank you. Hey!
Hey!
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's a really cool sticker. Thank you, Yuki.
It'd be an emo as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
What could we replace?
maybe we'll make that an emote, will we? Do we replace Takuma?
We should be replacing Kaito.
Replace Kaito?
Kaito, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's rage.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll get to them soon.
I hope so.
So this was Cool Boy in the old stuff. He had an Omegamon.
Okay.
In this version of his partner seems to be Omekamon,
Oh, I think you told me this.
which is like a papercraft Omegamon.
Yeah.
So people are thinking if it's not actually him, it's a cosplayer, and that's why he has Omekamon rather than Omega.
So that's kind of like having a Betsumon instead of a Tailmon.
Yeah. So he was he was just card game conductor Cool Boy, and that's where the name comes from. He was just there to teach Kota and Yuji how to play the card game. And then here's what the panels look like in the different versions.
They actually had X's to show they were busy.
Yeah. Where in our ones they took out all the X's and just had the one circle. Like we wouldn't understand that X means no.
Yeah. It's such a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Did they just forget because they were changing the other words?
Also,
Yeah, it's...
look at this
just
speech
over
bubbles.
his face.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird. His eyes are different in each of them. No, the two on the sides are the same, but the one in the middle is different.
Yeah, it's got like a different background.
And his eyes are closer together.
Yeah, that's weird actually.
Why is he drawn differently?
Is that a different panel? Because even the shading on his neck is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he looks closer to the screen on the English one.
Yeah.
It's like they zoomed in on him.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I'm not just imagining that, right? That's...
Coolboy has Dukemon X in Chronicle.
Ah. Zoom in is way too big. He's definitely closer to the screen here. It seemingly... It could just be because of the speech bubble.
If this was down here... the middle one?
Yeah. This one doesn't have the same shading as these two.
Yeah, now that could be because there's a blue light behind him in the other ones. So he's not highlighted with the blue light. But he still looks different.
Let me boot the thing back up.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm gonna go back to where they meet him in the comic.
Ali said, have no idea why China's version is so different.
Oh, so that is just the same panel. It's not even a case of like maybe we just didn't realize that. Did they swap the panels around because they looked so similar? Like the shading is all over the place. It's weird.
Made in China, that's why it looks different. But it's the same panel though. It should just be copy paste. No.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
Oh, it's the second part of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the third part. The second part is all the stuff with Violet outside.
Oh yeah. Shit.
This.
Okay, yeah. So here's the panel. Oh, and the webtoon version moved the speech bubble down.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just on the web. Yeah. So on the website, on the official website, that's where the speech bubble is.
That's so weird.
So the webtoon one, yeah, they went no and shifted it down.
Yeah. They just used the Japanese one, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, let me have a look at part 4 just to see if maybe is it a swapped out panel or. Makes no sense that like it's suddenly a red background behind him for like no reason.
That's the exact same pose and everything. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's what I mean. I don't know why it was redrawn unless the panel itself has been duplicated and swapped around. So that's why I just want to do a
all
quick.
the background is.
See, there's that.
Yeah. Kind of that background. I don't see why they would swap it.
No. Oh, that's no.
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 That's so weird that they just have a different background for no reason and different shading.
Ali said, like I went to compare to all 3 versions of Liberator. The schoolboy panel is the only odd one out. And also China has the best speech bubble location.
Yeah, that's fair. This is great though. Thank you. I was right though. You literally were just able to copy his arm across because it was the same cross thatching and everything.
Yeah.
So I'll turn that into a sticker later. Right. So website. Here we go. Column. I don't know if any of the columns are relevant until we get into the next duel, but we'll take a look anyway. Because we did 2 last time. We did the NPC and the NPC descriptor and the breakdown of the NPC Shoto duel.
Yeah.
So I guess we did this one about NPCs and battle coverage.
Yeah.
Did we read about? Did we do the
We
about?
opened the D-storage one, and I said we shouldn't do it till today because it would take so long.
Okay.
And it's literally just.
Okay. So we didn't do this one after covering the debugs.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I remember we opened it and I said no, we should wait till the next time because
It'll be shorter.
Because it's more because it was more more dealt with in the comic than it is in the.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
I can't really remember what I said, but
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
I sit all over to one side like that.
Yeah, this is weird.
There we go.
All right.
I love that background. Like they move as you scroll.
Yeah.
An image.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not an image.
Oh, the cards are GIFs, are they? Oh, they are. That's.
Yeah, see, they move while you scroll, so it's like they're falling.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Nice color background though.
Yeah, it's nice. I'll save that for later. Right. So in tip 4 about the D-storage 1, it's rolling the game. In Liberator, players can enjoy various activities utilizing virtual reality. But the core content is undoubtedly the Digimon card game battles. Let's now take a closer look at the key item that links together the trading card game focused aspects and the VR aspects of the Liberator game, D-storage. What is a D-storage? D-storage is a multifunctional deck case essential for playing Liberator. By registering an account on the official Liberator website and linking it to your D-storage, players can access the game from Tail.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Is that a hole or a screen?
A screen.
Right. I had to ask because D-storage.
Bold. Very bold. So, panel activate the D-storage. Right, so you get in the chair, you put it into the little cockpit thing. Stop.
You put the D-storage in the hole.
Conversely, without a D storage, one cannot play Digimon Liberator. In essence, this item acts as both a participation certificate for Liberator and a passport to start adventuring in the virtual world of Lacuna. 2. The D storage's function in the real world. Naturally, the uses of a D storage differ between the real world and in-game. So let's start by learning about its real world applications. In the real world, a D storage, as the name suggests, is an item designed as a card or deck case. It can accommodate a deck of up to 55 cards, including Digi-Egg cards.
Sorry, Reiko's going to walk their dog.
Hey, no worries, Reiko. We might still be here when you get back.
Yeah, but the cockpit and the breeding area.
Cards stored in a D storage are automatically scanned by sensors inside the case. When accessed in Liberator, these cards are saved as in-game items in the library. However, only up to 4 copies of each card can be scanned, with some exceptions. So that's because generally in the game you can only have 4 copies of each card.
Yeah, so when he comes out of it and takes the box out of that chair, are the Pteromon cards still in there?
I guess so.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, so.
But the other thing with the some exceptions thing, in one of the packs, there's it was one of the packs that had to do with last evolution Kizuna. Aosmon was like one of the boss monsters in that pack, and the Aosmon card literally says you can have 50 copies of this card in your deck.
Okay.
Or up to. So, with some exceptions.
What does that do?
I'd have to look it up again, but it's really just for, like, basically like Karibo and multiplying.
It must have some kind of trait or something that gives it some kind of extra strength the more you have.
Yeah. I don't remember, like...
We'll look it up after this.
I know I have it, but I don't remember the wording verbatim.
Why not, AJ? You're the expert.
Because shut up. And there is a limit of 1 scan per 24 hours.
So you don't stay in there for...
Therefore, it's advisable to start by scanning your main deck and then scan spare and versatile cards to expand your in-game card options. D-storages can be purchased at toy stores, card shops, and amusement facilities nationwide, and on the official Liberator online store.
Funny they were that easy to get in real life.
Yeah, premium Bondi bullshit. In light of its high price, it includes features such as the Smart Tag function and device locking options that use personal authentication to prevent misplacement and theft, ensuring the player's valuable decks are well protected. Due to the game's popularity, the product often sells out, but rest assured it is regularly restocked. A variety of colors and designs are available, and collaboration models with popular Digimon Liberator players are also being considered for future release. That's okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That is something an actual card company would do. Sorry, work chat is going nuts, and I'm just like, nope.
Nope, you're not on call yet.
Essential for those starting in Liberator, D-storages also stand out as an attractive accessory for card game enthusiasts. 3. D-storage functions in Liberator. Now that we have discussed the real-world usage of D-storage, let's delve into its role within Liberator. First, upon using a D-storage to access Liberator, a Tamer card linked to the player's account is created. Referencing registered details like birth date and blood type, 3 potential skills are generated, from which the player selects one as their initial skill.
We wouldn't be able to register for that game. They don't tell us our blood type here.
Nope.
If we wanted to play, we'd have to go out and specially get a blood test just to play Liberator.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Referencing registered detail. Oh yeah, I read that. Sorry. This tamer card develops and changes based on the number of battles fought and items used within the game, essentially becoming the player's avatar. Players can integrate their tamer card into their decks for battles within Liberator, allowing them to experience fighting alongside their Digimon. In the virtual world of Lacuna, these storages replace smartphones by including various other functions as well. It facilitates communication with other players, can be used for private chats with friends, can receive notifications from the admins, and announcements of in-game events. Additional features include checking battle records, registering and summoning partner Digimon, and accessing a variety of data through the library. The library is likely the first and most frequently used feature by players. It allows players to edit their decks before battle and review cards. Proper deck setup and registration are crucial, as loading the cards is one of many tasks required for participating in battles.
So that's what, what's her name again? Book. Yuki. That's what she didn't do before that last battle. She just rushed in and didn't organize her deck. Yeah.
Furthermore, the library in Liberator stores various in-game items besides cards. The storage capacity for items in the library is limited to 100 items, excluding cards, necessitating careful management to avoid clutter. Let's delve deeper into these various in-game items.
Can you buy more storage?
Can I wish for more wishes? Instant portals. This consumable item allows for instant travel to any hub within the same area. It's distributed as a login bonus and can also be purchased from the in-game shop. Only one is consumed per travel, making it highly convenient. However, it cannot be used to move to different areas. Thus, it's typically used for quick escapes in emergency situations or for returning to a safe location before logging out.
So when that NPC went rogue, they could have just used one of those and ran away?
They were already in the starting area.
But surely you can run to other parts of the starting area. No, that's what it's saying. You can't run to like the fire area or whatever it is.
Well, I guess it depends on where you started from your initial login. Like if they started where they were, there was nowhere to log out to.
So if they had started in the city and then went out to the big grassy area and the NPC got them, they could zip back to the city.
Go back to the city, yeah.
Right.
Accessories. In Lacuna, players can customize their avatars and partner Digimon with accessories, which can be earned as rewards from in-game events or by completing missions. I cannot wait to see them put Pteromon in a hat.
I was going to say, how many Agumon with hats are there?
Like Pikachu and Pokemon Go. Yeah. These accessories come in a variety of designs ranging from cute to cool, including some that are themed after specific Digimon. Consequently, players may find themselves spending more time styling their characters than battling.
That would be us.
Yeah.
That would be us.
Is there also a photo mode? Because
I mean, yeah, if the D-storage works as a smartphone, essentially,
you should have a camera.
Yeah.
Ability items. By using ability items, players can obtain tamer cards that are enriched with various abilities. These items are also available through in-game events and as rewards from battle. The more powerful the ability a card confers, the higher its rarity, and naturally, higher rarity items are more difficult to obtain. However, there is a chance of acquiring these items with a low probability in NPC events. Collecting many ability items and expanding your collection of tamer cards will broaden your options in deck construction. Alt art chips. Oh, that's fun. In Liberator, players can use items to change the art of scanned cards into alt art versions or other special rare versions. So that's how you do... So in Liberator, you wouldn't buy a crate of cards to try and get an alt art. It's just an item you can get and apply to your card.
Okay.
Because it would keep the same, like, set number, but you're actively just using a chip to change a card to its
so in your library
more
it's
waifu text, more waifu based like covering.
Yeah.
Artwork. That's the word I'm looking.
Yeah. Your brain got stuck on the boobs there. Oh no, the LC.
While alt art chips are regularly obtainable items, the amount you need to use may increase depending on the rarity of the card and the rarity of the desired art.
So they're still expensive.
So frequent use might not be practical. It is recommended to use these items on your favorite cards or those featuring the Digimon chosen as your partner, allowing for a personalized touch to cards.
I mean, you're only going to see it in your library, right? Nobody else is going to see it. The cards don't actually...
Yeah, it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they show up on the...
They're not like even when the shields are in front of you, those cards are not floating in front of you.
No.
So nobody sees it except you.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, actually.
Unless you can show it off. I don't know. She's staring hard at the breeding area.
Lacuna coin. In Lacuna, players utilize an in-game currency called Lacuna coin, or LC for short.
My brain really wants you to say Lacuna Coil as the band.
LC can be spent on buying card packs, accessories, and other items. Players can earn LC as battle rewards or by selling cards and items they've acquired within the game. Additionally, certain NPC events allow players to earn LC through in-game jobs, which could be a viable option for those finding themselves short on currency. You're short on crypto? Go on,
Watch these 10 ads.
Yeah, go off and do a side quest and we'll let you buy your carabiners. So, how did you find the introduction to these items? It's important to note that these are just a fraction of the elements that make Digimon Liberator entertaining. There's more to the game than this, including various events and scenarios, interactions with other players, and endless adventures awaiting your exploration. However, every journey begins with a single step. The crucial first step begins by understanding and mastering the functions of D-Storage, the most essential item in the game.
Okay.
And that is it for column 4.
That's why I wanted to leave it, because it's very technical. It's almost like we're advertising the D-Storage to people.
Yeah, I get you. So I don't know if you want to do tip 5.
Depends what it is.
Introducing Lacuna, Part 2, the Central District of Jewel.
We only kind of got there. Is there a spoiler in here? Is there? We know you could shop there.
There's a free battle area near the portal NPCs.
Wait, have we not read this?
No.
Sightseeing tours? I feel like we've read that.
The first part mentioned that as well.
Oh, that was in the what's it called? The invasive forest?
Yeah.
Something? Yeah.
The invasive forest city. Yeah.
Explains.
An enormous computer known as Egg.
Egg?
Is that meant to be Egg?
Yggdrasil? I bet it is. I bet it's Yggdrasil.
Okay, it's quite short.
Okay.
We can cover it and then move into comments.
Yeah.
Okay, so tips 5. Introducing Lacuna, Part 2, the Central District of Jewel. As you must already know by now, Digimon Liberator is a VR...
Sorry, what's
Yeah?
the sign?
Brainwash.
Brainwash.
NCP. Data Inc.
Brainwash, though.
As you must already know by now, Meg, Digimon Liberator is a VR game set in the virtual world of Lacuna.
I had no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, now you must know. The world is split...
Wait, what is it?
The world is split into 7 district areas.
Distinct. That was my fault.
The world is split into 7 distinct areas. Each is a strange-looking cyber world that seems both somewhat familiar at first glance, yet somehow completely new. Today, we're introducing one such area, the Central District of Jewel.
It's acknowledging, yes, in every Digimon franchise, there is a desert area. There's some kind of dirt area, some kind of city.
I remember the map we saw, like in that last
Yeah,
chapter
that
as
one
well.
we went over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Yuki's in the volcano area,
Yeah.
volcano desert area, whatever that is.
Mm.
And like we're in Green Hill Zone right now.
Yeah. Today,
Oh, Ali's got to go.
no worries, Ali. Well, thank you for staying with us. We hope you had fun, and we hope you'll join us on Wednesday for more Hunters, and
If
Sunday
not,
for Chapter
yeah.
4.
Lolly egg drizzle.
I should have expected
How
that.
do you make an egg lolly?
I don't want to know.
Put some pretty twintails on it.
Don't want to know. I'm sure the internet has done it. That's the sad part.
Lolly Dumpty. I didn't want to say it the other way because that's even worse. You said it in your head, didn't you?
I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Get out of my house. Okay. This place can most accurately be described as a city of tomorrow. Today. As this might suggest, the white skyscraper-lined cityscape does seem cold and sterile from a distance. But up close, when you actually walk the streets, you'll find a mixture of buildings influenced by many different cultures, leading the place an air of exoticism.
I thought that's an exorcism.
It certainly leaves a strange impression. This area is at the heart of everything that happens in Lacuna.
You know what? It looks like a city built by elves.
Yeah, it does. And then just like a random like Chinese or like Japanese like castle influence on the top, and then I don't know what these are meant to be above the bushes here.
Oh, are they like that Russian cathedral?
Possibly.
And then you just have generic skyscrapers in the background. And a monorail, of course.
Of course. Monorail.
Monorail.
Monorail. Monorail.
Mono.
Dope. You gotta do it, right? This area is at the heart of everything that happens in Lacuna. It marks the start of the game, the first place where all new players begin their journey, and is also home to a number of Lacuna's important game-related locations. Let's take a look at some of the central facilities and locations below. Pictures would be nice. First up is a place frequented by more players than anywhere else in the entire area, the shopping area. Here you'll find shops selling all kinds of items. Always bustling with players, these streets are lined with a variety of stores, from standard card shops to specialized de-storage and accessories joints. Yeah, let's go down to the de-storage and accessory joint. You'll probably spot lots of players adventuring in their favorite outfits. Yog. There are some NPCs around who analyze shop purchase data in real time and can tell you which items are selling fast. So if you're not sure what to buy, they're a great help. There are also places where players can trade directly among themselves. Rare items are sometimes also traded here. This isn't prohibited by the game masters, but they're also not going to help you unless a rule is explicitly broken, so be careful not to get scammed.
If they tell you you're buying this thing with a weight of a slip of paper, it's up to you to notice that you're buying a slip of paper.
Yeah. The next place we'll look at is the free battle area. Players usually head for... The next place we'll look at is the free battle area players usually head for once they've stocked up on cards and accessories in the shopping area. Real Digimon aren't summoned to this space, so you can play here as if you're playing the actual card game. And that's where your alt arts would come in handy as well.
Yeah, that's true. I like that because, like, you know, you might have friends that you want to play it with, but you want to just play the card game instead of having the big Digimon fights with them, but they could live in another country. So this is just kind of like, you know, sitting down with your long distance friends to actually play the card game. That's a fun idea.
That was done over webcam during the pandemic. You just set your webcam over your desk and...
Yeah.
Okay. That's why a lot of beginners and players trying out new decks come to train here. It's also a good place for players who still aren't used to the game mechanics and come to actively practice. You can train against NPCs or other players and watch and learn how others play the game. So it's a great way to quickly get the hang of things.
I'm curious, actually. You know, the way we were looking at it and there was the referee NPC in between the two guys. Are there like hundreds of those spaced out in this place? Or does everyone just walk through the same gateway and, you know, no one else is in there? It's just a room in the game that, like, duplicates on itself.
Probably.
So hundreds of people can use it, but it's not like you come into a room and it's like a big office block.
You're not just going into like a virtual waiting room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
you know
makes
what I mean?
that makes a lot of
sense. You go through a door and it's the same room for everybody, but you're just in multiples of it at the same time. You just have
like your own like lobby code or something. Yeah.
Something like
possibly. That. Yeah, that'd be a good way to handle it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking about this in logical ways. So.
Yeah, if you want to have a private game, there's probably a way of doing that. But if you want to like let Joe Public peer over your shoulder and like what they're saying, people learn by watching other people play.
Yeah.
There probably is a more public and aspect to it all. After preparing in the shopping area and free battle area, players tend to turn to one of the very reasons why this area is said to mark the start of so many journeys. A portal connected to the other 6 areas.
I mean...
and now we're thinking with portals.
It's not why this area is said to mark... It's literally the starting area. It's not some weird thing that the players have decided to do themselves.
I wonder, because they do say, like there's a whole, like RPG element to this.
Yeah.
So if you never leave the shopping area, or like, are there players who just log in and sit in the lobby all day just playing cards versus people who go out and do the RPG? So maybe, you know, the people who say it marks the start of their journey are the ones who go out and do the RPG, while the others are just, they're just...
But it's making it sound like this is a weird spot the players have chosen to start their journeys.
Fair.
When, no, it's literally the place you have to go to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Players can travel from here with their newly constructed decks in hand to distinct districts where they can battle, complete various quests, and experience all that Lacuna has to offer. It is truly the point where all adventures in Lacuna begin. Near the portal, you can also find NPCs who offer players special modes of transportation. Upon payment, players are whisked away from the normal portal by NPCs and led to NPCs' bases, kind of like a fast travel system. Sometimes, however, the player may suddenly find themselves transported to somewhere where there's a high-level battle NPC lying in wait. While it's possible to earn some great rewards if you win, these enemies are very strong. NPCs who end up leading players to battle NPCs often offer to transport them for extremely low prices, or even for free. So, beginner players should be extra vigilant.
The NPCs scam you.
Yeah.
They hustle you.
That's kind of fun. Like, I mean, if we remember, like, the Mr. Navic quest from Hacker's Memory, this tracks. This tracks. Some NPCs also offer players sightseeing tours to show them around the other areas in Lacuna. If you'd like to marvel at the magnificent Lacuna scenery and leisurely take in sights unseeable in the real world, these NPC-led tours are just for you. If you join one, you might even receive a souvenir, so give one a try.
I'm curious. If, say, I found a cool area, and you weren't a player, but I had a D-storage, and you sat down and logged in with my D-storage, would that work?
It says there's practices in place I'd say the practices in place to stop.
Would be like bio stuff.
Yeah,
like
to stop theft and misplacement. I'd say that would
But
also.
if I was with you, and it needed my fingerprint to scan in or something, and I scanned in my fingerprint just because I wanted to show you the cool thing, and you couldn't log in, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I get you. Probably no. Because they would want, well, if they want to see what the game has to offer, buy a D-storage and play the game.
I know that, but I'm just wondering if there's a way around it. Like, what if you wanted to show your granny this really cool thing, and sit her down and have her go through this scenic route of something, you know? I'm curious if that's a thing you could do.
No shipping notice yet.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Let's see. So one of the other places we'd like to introduce for your adventure is the GM meeting facility, Game Master. Here you can report and discuss any issues you might run into in Lacuna or anything else that you're having problems with. If other players are causing you trouble, you're having problems in-game, or you think you might have run into a bug, you can ask for an appointment to talk to someone here. Even though they may not be able to solve everything, GMs will take the matter seriously to ensure that the game runs as safely and reliably as possible.
But you cannot send them an email. You have to physically go and visit them in a building.
Yep. If you do happen across a bug, it's strongly recommended to report it or speak to a GM, as these can mess up the game. There's a dedicated debugging team, so issues are dealt with swiftly when reported. As you will have gathered, the Central District of Jewel is always teeming with players of all skill levels coming and going. It's not only the center of Lacuna, but also the most thriving urban area.
Desmond said, use data drain to deal with bugs.
As you will have gathered. I read that. Sorry. You can't battle outside of the free battle area, but despite this, or rather because of this, the area is vital to the main scenario. A grand main story unfolds as you meet and battle NPCs in each area. Out of the 7 distinct areas that make up Lacuna, what characters and events await you in the district that is central among them? Below, we offer you a sneak preview.
Ooh. Sneak preview of the egg.
Sneak preview of Yggdrasil. Much of the large-scale expansion of the Central District of Jewel is down to an enormous computer known as EGG. Egg observes and chronicles. It does kind of look like the X-antibody thing in the card game. Observes and chronicles everything that happens in Lacuna, or so it is claimed. Which means that all of Lacuna's history, from Egg's creation up until now, may be recorded. But now there's no way to access the Egg data, and it has become somewhat of a black box. Many androids have paid a visit to Egg in a bid to uncover some of its secrets. And I'm glad they didn't send the apples. This in turn led to the construction of a hub that surrounds it, facilitating further exchanges between androids, and eventually giving rise to a whole city. Nowadays, the city is so big that the inhabitants can't even remember why it was built in the first place. The following takes place after you've met Machina in the Emerald Colonies. See Tips 1.
Machina is an NPC, right?
Yeah. Not to be confused with the Chainsaw Man character. That's Makima though, isn't it?
I don't know.
When you take out the cards you receive from Machina in Jewel, you find that a sharp-eyed android is watching you. The android, known as Chain... Yeah, I'm saying nothing. Explains that they are the last researcher left in the city. Chain, who believes that society's progress and stability hinge upon unraveling the mysteries of the past and finding out why Digimon disappeared. Offers to train you in how to use Digimon cards.
Desmond said the Eggman.
Not having a clue how to do so, you gladly accept. Once you've thoroughly learned how to use Digimon cards in battle, Chain makes a request. It's a request to travel the world. Chain claims to have discovered a way to access the data held by Egg. But in order to do so, 6 treasures scattered across Lacuna, known as the Chaos Relics, are required. If you find the relics and bring them back to Chain, then maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to peer into the data Egg holds and unravel Lacuna's secrets.
That says mysteries.
You realize that your original objective of exploring this world aligns with Chain's relics. You don't know what kind of treasures they are, but you're about to go and find out. The above is but a snippet of the main scenario that you'll play through in Jewel. As for the rest, you'll have to experience it for yourself in-game. As you play Digimon Liberator, you'll end up visiting and revisiting a variety of areas. That's fine, I did that in Skyward Sword. But out of everywhere, Jewel is probably the place you'll end up visiting the most. Yeah, Skyloft. Home to all kinds of players, from beginners to veterans, it remains to be seen what kinds of encounters await. So use it as a stepping stone to enjoy your time in Digimon Liberator. So...
You think that story is the story that they're gonna be telling in the next game?
I'd be totally okay with that. If they converted this into... Like, the card game is holding everything else up and keeping it going as it is.
Yeah.
If the next Digimon story game was this, and that was how we got it, because people have been asking for
It doesn't have to be a VR whatever.
No. But like people have already been asking for like a Yu-Gi-Oh video game version of the card game. If this is how they went about it, so you had you had like a game on your Switch or your PS5 that was a card game. It was a simulator of the card game, but you also played through this story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just hook that to my veins, because that would also
like
supplement.
It would work like Survive as well, almost, where the story part of it is the visual novel, and the battle part of it is, it'd be set out differently because you have cards.
Yeah.
But then you watch it happen, because that's what happens in this.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Reiko. They're making a comic about an online version of the Digimon trading card game, but not making an online version we can actually play is outright criminal.
Yeah. They're telling us about this great game that they're not going to release.
See, here's the thing. I remember what I was going to say now. I don't think the story of Liberator is going to touch on any of this stuff.
No.
Right? And we kind of said that during Tips 1, that it really feels like this is all separate from the main narrative.
Yeah.
So making an actual video game based on this lore would be a really cool way of tying it all back together.
Yeah, because then we could experience being in Lacuna like they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So and then you could do, whether they're DLC or they're post-game events or just stuff in the main story, you could do stuff where you come across meeting with Shoto and you come across meeting characters in the game and beating them and winning their strongest cards.
Even if you just did it in the free battle area, they were people. What?
Is the top strand of Lena's hair there purple? Or are my eyes just fuzzy because it's late?
I think it's a bit duller than the rest of our hair, but it's not purple.
Okay.
Would you like me to bring her closer?
Yeah. Sorry, my Lena inverse Nendoroid. She's so far away. The top of her hair looks purple. No, okay, it's fine.
A bit dusty. It is darker though, look. I think she just needs a dust off.
Could just be the heat in the room as...
Yeah, or... Well, no, the sun never really hits that side of the room.
No. That curtain's always closed off enough so that the light doesn't hit that side of the room.
Good dust later.
Yeah, I think she's okay.
Back of her hair looks kind of darker as well. Yeah, it might be the heat coming off the back of that TV. I wouldn't leave her there anymore.
No, pop her up here with case on.
See if that's changing colour on the other side. No, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, that's kind of everything of our Liberator stuff for today.
Yeah.
I think if I wanted that card border, I'd have to go into like the code of the site and pull the PNG. So I'm sure the asset exists somewhere. I'm sure somebody's already gone. This is pretty much filler until next chapter.
Here, you get set up for reading comments. I gotta pee.
Alright, so I have the comments here. So we'll start with Desmond's comment on the stream we did on Friday, which says, out of all of them, I liked Digimon Paradox. I liked the potential love interest opportunity, and Elecmon being a protagonist Digimon, and it's good to have another Masaru in the Digimon franchise. I like Dynasmon, he's one of my favourite Royal Knights. I love his design too, and I'm glad we got a gag manga. Also, that meme is the Breath of Wyvern attack. Made it funnier to me. Breath of vaping. Breath of vapor. Also, Gonkumon is best super dad. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like getting for like the Royal Knights manga to be so chibi and, you know, super deformed, not semi-deformed, super deformed, which kind of makes it sound worse, but for them to suddenly just have a full page where they've redrawn the Breath of Wyvern attack from Frontier and made that stupid face. It's honestly probably the best part of that manga for the first chapter. But I do like Paradox. I think the characters are really fun. Reiji and Eve.
Eve, yes.
So looking forward to.
Glad his name is not Adam.
Same. I feel like we've been there recently.
Yeah.
Then
I didn't hit Armando Ori.
Yeah, and having like Elecmon as a protagonist Digimon is a nice fun change, and
he was vicious looking.
The art really made him stand out as very feral, and I really love that. And yes, Gonkumon is best super dad. Ali commented on our post advertising the read along. Ali says definitely looking forward to Recollection. Just has an interesting premise. But then I presume, being spoilers from the interview, that this is taking place in the same world as Digimon Bloom, so I'm hoping for cameos in this installment.
I'll need to go back and read that as well.
Then the others. Paradox sounds neat. Has a lot of mysteries in how that thing leads to another thing. Yeah, like how Digimon end up being like AI super weapons is an interest. Like I do want to see how that develops. Then predictions that might spoil. I wouldn't be surprised with Wanyamon warping into a Mirage Galgamon, a Digimon with the digital hazard mark. I feel like since they've had him turn into an Elecmon rather than a Galmon, like it's entirely possible, but they could go with a new evolution chain.
Oh, so Wanyamon is the baby of Galmon?
Yeah.
Cat into dog?
So does
I
Platmon.
know, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
Yeah, weird choice, but
Seeker's prequel. It's nice that Yulin's origins expand as a cracker, but in the context of the story, she would likely only interact with Marvin, Ryudamon, and Ryusenji. Probably an OC, and then later Tamashine. Tamahime, yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, Egg Princess. Knuckles, going to be slightly skimp. I'm going to slightly skim through it. Just don't feel excited about it. No.
Aww.
The Royal Knight story, heavily skim through it, stopping when I see Examon or Craniumon. Aw. I'd say give them all a chance. Like all of those chapter ones have been very interesting, very different takes on the franchise. And I do like that even in those like interviews that we read, they kind of acknowledge that like, oh well, you know, people usually do this, so I'm going to make my story about this. And it's a very everything is a very different take on very familiar elements of the franchise, but just told through these different lenses that kind of make you go, oh, actually that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like the one with Knuckles.
Yeah.
Like, you know, his dad has gone off, been a researcher, and sent him a Digimon.
Yeah.
But it's a huge dad that's going to take care of him, not this little creature that he has to figure out and suddenly gets more powerful and more It's at the top.
Yeah.
It's not getting any more powerful than it is.
No. It also doesn't see, and it also hopefully won't have a split personality that goes nowhere. So.
And the Royal Knight story, like, if you're not into little cute things like that, like, I won't call it slice of life, but
Oh no.
you know, it's like a comic. It's like the funnies in the newspaper.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. And a lot of people don't like those.
No. Like they are just 4 comas. That being 4-panel comedy comics. That's what 4 coma means. The coma comes from comedy comic. But you know, like I used to have a dot hack book like that, and Kite was an absolute prick in it. Like Kite's whole thing was that he was just a nihilist and an absolute cunt to everybody.
Oh, someone's video got muted recently. Birdman's video, his Deadpool one. His original Everything Wrong with Deadpool 1 and 2, Everything Wrong with CinemaSins. Those ones. He put those together in one video. And that got muted because he used because something he had used, a clip he had used in it, used the C word.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah. YouTube just said fuck Australia, I guess.
Yeah. Basically. Like that's as natural a word for them as hello. And then moving into last week's read-along for Debug 1. Ali says, Debug 1 is definitely a good start. The narrative seems great with individuals with their partner dealing with bugs. And bam, gets brand new cards to handle the opposing player. The card battle is definitely disappointing. Skipping the beginning and the end of the battle was definitely annoying. I would agree. Skipping the end of the battle more so. I don't mind joining a battle as it's happening, because you're not wasting time going, I found you, it's time for my revenge.
Yeah.
I don't mind skipping the start, but them just saying, nah, screw the ending.
Yeah, when the ending was with her brand new cards and her brand new whatever to be able, like, that'd be like skipping the end of Shoto's battle.
Yeah.
Like, he got Pteromon and he got this effect that's gonna affect everything in the battle, and we just don't see that. We just see them going, yay!
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to promote the card game at the end of the day. We should see how these cards work.
Yeah, I would agree. The dynamic with Yuki and Impmon is intriguing, being rude and stubborn to each other because they care about the other. Yuki, the name also means courage, is a good protagonist. I like the design, but having purple pants would be neat. This Impmon is very enjoyable, and the voice AJ gave him is perfect. Aww. Yeah. Thank you. Then about the new Digimon. Punkmon, Black Growlmon, the OG Growlmon, the domesticated dog version. Growlmon Orange, the golden retriever. And Punkmon is a guy that likes to entertain in the most evilest place in the digital world. The mouthpiece, the hand knucks are interesting design choices. Yeah.
Oh, like the brass knucks?
The brass knucks, yeah. Loudmon. Like, they didn't try something like High Punkmon or X Punkmon. Just simply Loudmon. Thinks it's a better design than Megalogrowlmon with a better head and cooler arms. Oh yeah, for sure. I love the stupid like speakers on its shoulders.
Yeah.
I really love those designs. Heavy Metal Dramon, just raw awesome. The guitar wings, the third eye in the abdomen area, the triple horned head, and it has a neat little rivalry with Metallic Dramon. And then my gripes with Liberator in general, so spoilers. Like, getting new Digimon is always nice, but unfortunately the Bandai makes merch, excluding V-Pets and trading card games, only to the same 8 goddamn Digimon. And if they don't, it's only merch to the other anime protagonist Digimon. Vulturemon has been treated horribly for like 4 years now. At the moment, I only thought the novel characters will get brand new evolutions to make up for the long wait for each publication and have a hype day. And at the moment, I don't really have a problem with the new Digimon, except for Loudmon being another cyborg type. And then I noticed that they haven't shown any further evolution for the comic side of the characters. Like, do Bandai think people will be hyped by knowing Sangomon becomes Tubiamon? I mean, I do, but ignore me. Like, why haven't we seen their evolutions yet and keep them a secret? Unless the Pendulum Z level 3 are getting brand new evolutions. In a way, it feels like bullshit because I want to see Gogmamon, Noble Pumpkinmon, and Regulusmon in more in action and as good guys. Yeah, like, I get you. It does sometimes feel like they create something and then immediately forget it exists, and then they create something to basically function as the exact same thing as the thing they've forgotten about. So I do appreciate that.
I mean, in a way, you got Gulus and all the Guluses.
Yeah.
They could have been very metal and punk rock as well.
I mean, the only characters that we haven't seen further evolutions for yet, from our reading so far, right? Violet and Arisa's battle hasn't started.
Yeah.
So in Res, we haven't seen the rest of Arisa's deck.
Yeah.
But because it's a comic, I don't think we're going to... Like, we don't even know what...
I don't think we've even seen... Like, her partner Digimon was in a couple of panels, but I don't think she's ever talked to it, or...
Who?
The little thing that looks like a construction worker.
Oh, Junkmon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen it. It was at her feet very recently.
Yeah.
And we saw it when he was talking about watching them.
Yeah.
It was in that panel, which is technically the same panel again. So, but I don't think she's ever interacted with it.
No. We might see more of that in the Arisa Violet battle. Yeah. But, like, the only other characters we don't really know yet are characters that haven't shown up. Like, we don't even know the name of Owen's new, like, otter... We don't even know what that's called yet, let alone what it turns into. Zenith as well, like, we know what Zenith's evolution chain is because it's from Digimon World 3. Like, that's an old Digimon. But I feel like they've done a good job. Like, I don't want them to tell me everything at once. Like, I don't want, like one of these columns we've been doing. I don't want one of these to be like, here is everybody's full deck list.
Yeah, like a full-on... Almost like the things for the V-Pets that you get.
Yeah, like the evolution charts for the V-Pets. Exactly, yeah. Like, I don't want one of those because I want to be able to see... as I read it, oh god, this is new and this is a cool design, and you know, or
like there's some that you can predict.
Yeah.
But if they obviously if they get a new Digimon, you're not going to know what the new evolutions for that are.
But the card game Twitter is like not spoiling, but the card game Twitter is telling us everything we need to know before the chapters even come out, like because they have to promote the new sets.
Yeah. Why is this franchise so bad at timing? Like, it's not even a international issue with the anime or whatever the bullshit they were spewing.
Oh yeah.
Like, release the manga, and as soon as that chapter releases, put out your tweet about the cards. Because it's not a spoiler. As soon as, like.
But I think that's what I mean. I think that's what they have been doing.
Mm. But don't spoil it, is
no,
what I'm saying.
but
Put out
knew,
whatever was in that chapter.
Yeah, but we knew everything in Arisa's deck before her battle with Violet. Like, with, like, you know, that deck I have in there, or I think it might actually be over there, was out before she actually got to fight and use the cards.
Yeah, so they should be timing that better.
Yeah.
So one is not spoiling the other.
Yeah, but then I think what has to happen is like that. What would end up happening is you would release Shoto's deck for like when the day the comic releases, and then you're waiting another month before you release Arisa's, where I think they encourage people to splurge more by having both out with the new pack on the same day.
Do they have to release their whole deck?
Well,
Can they not just release her and her Junkmon and a Shumon, and then in the next thing release the next ones that have come out in the
No, the logistics of that are insane. I like the marketing in my head is going, what are you trying here? Oh my god, the logistics of
I'm trying to work out if there's a way to not spoil things by not releasing, by not ghost gaming yourself.
Hold on. I don't know if it's a ghost game thing.
Well, I'm just using that as an example, but because they released all this stuff that ended up not being in the show.
Yeah, and that's because
from
companies didn't talk to each other. But
yeah,
we know,
but from our perspective at the time, they were spoiling the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we know from the interview that we read last week.
Yeah.
That there is the departments associated with this are talking to each other, which is a very good sign.
It is, but I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to do that without. It doesn't really matter. They're not going to do it anyway.
I don't think there is.
Is there a way
They're not
without withholding the decks?
They're not, no. Because you can't just release 3 cards at a time to card shops. You can't, like...
Well, not 3 cards at a time, but, like, in...
But that's almost what you're asking for.
Not just... No, in whatever... Like, instead of doing the Liberator pack or whatever, just include them in whatever other pack you're doing. You know what I mean?
But the other pack for that didn't come out until a month later. Which was booster 18, I want to say, because they're starting to get into advertising for booster.
I'm not speaking in ones that have come out already. I'm speaking hypothetically.
No, but I'm trying to put a chain of I just need to wait for one of these to load up, because I think they're starting now to go through what's coming out in booster 19. Okay. Booster 18 was the one that is now being advertised for English, so geez, fair play to them on that. We're not too far out. We're advertising the Western game is 19. Yeah, the Western game is advertising booster 18, and we're and the Japanese are advertising booster 19. Yeah, 19. I just wanted to double check. That's 14.
Yeah, well, see, you get that right in 19. Just scroll up there.
Yeah.
You get what's that again?
Huh? That's Taiki.
Taiki.
Yeah. Sorry,
I couldn't remember his name there. So why not just have a Shoto in whatever? Like, for argument's sake, if there was an 18 just out as it was releasing, just put Shoto and their starter Digimon.
But they did. There is also a Shoto.
Arisa and her starter Digimon. And then, that's the way I'm trying to explain it, and then by the time the next manga is out, or the next novel is out, there'll be another pack, and you can put the next ones in that.
The next one is then still, 4 months out?
Why is it 4? Or every month? No?
No.
No, okay.
No. No, the
That's
game.
why you
the
kept
ga-
saying next month.
No, the game would crash and burn. Yeah, because by the time it had come out, Booster 18 was only like the EX7 and Booster 18 basically released within a couple of weeks of each other.
Right.
So, but Booster 18 already Booster 18 was already overflowing. There was no, like, it has stuff like Violet's in there, Owen is in there, Zenith is in there. It already has a bunch of Liberator cards in it. But for something to release on the same day or the same time zone, same time frame, I should say, that your product is coming out, that's why the Shoto starter deck, the Arisa starter deck, and the Liberator pack were all out. You know, and that had Shoto cards, Arisa cards, and Yuki cards. Where then Booster 18 had Violet, Zenith, Owen, and now Booster 19 also has, I think, is Booster 19 also going to have like Ryotaro, Suzume, Winner? Unless Winner's in 18 as well, and I've forgotten already. I think Queen Beemon is going to be in Booster 19. Yeah, so it's creating hype for showing, as Yuki said there, it's creating hype for showing new stuff before they show up, so people will go and read it.
But it's also spoiling it at the same time.
I mean, you gotta bite a bullet somewhere.
That's what I'm talking about. There had to be a way to do this that didn't spoil everything.
What do you want?
The
You
only
just
thing
don't
you
have
could
the
do is-
characters duel. That's the only way around that. You just don't have them duel.
Or you just don't release the
Hey,
cards
you,
till everything's
we
out.
can't duel yet because Metal Raiders ain't out for another 3 months. Can we not just play chess instead? I know you used to play a range of games back in Season 0. You think maybe we can just play chess instead of duel monsters? Because my baby dragon, its pack ain't out for another 3 months, so we're not going to be able to duel because it might spoil the audience.
You just completely ignored the other thing I said.
Which was?
Don't release any of the cards until the story's done.
Oh, then you make no money. Oh, then you make no money. Fuck off, you suck at business. Oh, you suck at business. That makes Bandai look credible. Yeah, imagine it was just the chair against the wall. Like, imagine not releasing product until the project is over. Because when the project is over, the product coming out afterwards, the hype is gone.
It shouldn't.
Oh, it would
The movie
be.
comes out, you watch the movie, then you go buy the stuff from it.
Not for a long-running series like that. You don't run... Like, you don't run a Batman comic for 12 months. And then 3 months after that runs out, go, oh, here's a Monopoly set based on that comic you stopped reading 3 months ago.
I think people would still buy it. I still buy shit from Labyrinth, and that came out in the 80s.
It's not... No. They want people to be able to, like... Okay.
It's purely card game logic, I think, here.
Well, it's more so you're advertising a card game. You need those cards on shelves. People aren't going to want to, like, because it's, and actually because of that, because it's like they're advertising a card game, you need that product on shelves as it's current. By the time this is over, Shoto and Arisa's, Violet's, everyone's decks are going to be so different from when they started that what are you meant to do then? Do you have Shoto deck version 1, Shoto deck version 2?
So they do with dim cards.
Dim cards still came out while the product was active, though.
True. And that's why it's spoiled things as well. There's no logical way in real life, for this to work.
I think you're just overthinking it.
That's what I'm saying. There's no logical, real way to deal with this. You have to overthink it, and then everything is just wrong. Because it doesn't work.
The dim card technically didn't spoil anything. We thought it did.
But at the time it did. Because it was promising things in alignment with what we were watching.
that is fantasy booking getting the better of the fandom, unfortunately.
So nobody
I'm
knew
not
that
defending.
until later.
I'm not. Yeah, look, I was just about to say I'm not
Yeah.
defending Bandai here. I'm not. We actively know these departments didn't talk to each other, and that
Yeah,
and
but
the
no.
and
Just
the
in general, what I'm
like the
saying
creator, not the creator, the showrunner
is,
for that show ended up not terminally, but incredibly ill after it because the show just made him sick, like deathly sick. If
the only way to avoid spoilers for the card game based manga and thing is to not look at the cards.
yeah,
Basically.
if you've got a Twitter account that's putting out all this new hype to show, hey, look what's coming, it's going to get out there. People are going to look, and if you're going to look at it, you can't say, oh, the Twitter spoiled me.
But that's what I'm saying. The only way to do it is to completely ignore the card game. If you don't want to be spoiled on what's going to evolve into what, or
Yeah.
the only way is to just ignore the cards.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ridiculous.
Anyway. I think we've paid this more lip service than it was than it was intended. We know what all of Yuki's evolutions are. We know what all of Shoto's and Arisa's. We've seen Violet's now because Chapter 4 has come and gone.
But it would have been nice
shown
to
off
not know them and have them be a surprise. Is what I'm saying.
I just said the chapter has come and gone.
Yeah, but no, I mean in general, because we knew what Pteromons all looked like before it even began.
It's part of the hype. It's part of the merchandising machine.
I know it is, but that's what I'm saying. There's no way to be surprised by any of it without ignoring everything to do with selling the cards.
Okay, but you're missing the point of this I'm focusing on. Is they haven't shown any further evolutions for the comic side of the characters. Which the only what I'm trying to say is that they're only the only characters that they haven't shown evolutions for are characters that haven't shown up yet. We know what Zenith's is because it's an older Digimon. We don't even know what Owen's new partner's name is. So, cool. He has a card, but his partner hasn't been made into a card because his partner hasn't shown up in the story yet. Which is fine. So we know that Booster 20 will probably have whatever his partner is. And we'll get more information on it then. So that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with not knowing everything about every character in the story day one. Show me what the main characters do, and then you can have your antagonists come in and do everything. Or, because it's a card game, you can't do the everyone goes through an evolution arc thing like a regular Digimon story. You have to go, this evolves into this, evolves into this, evolves into this. So you kind of have to show everything off ahead of time. Well, maybe ahead of time, maybe that's semantics, maybe that's up for debate. But over the course of the story, like with Ryotaro now and Suzume, we know what their evolutions are for Pteromon and Yukidarumon because they played them in the novel that they featured in to be able to go, hey, look, new stuff for these old characters. Owen hasn't shown up yet in story. I think it's incredible he has a card at all. I think it's incredible Zenith has a card at all, and I think the only reason they got them is because they showed up in Chapter 0.
Yeah.
But because they haven't shown up as a pivotal part of the
They showed up
plot,
as celebrity.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, actually, that's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, go you. I think it's incredible that they have tamer cards at all at this point in time, but we will probably get reworked versions of them in Booster 20 when they start. But because by that time, we would hope that they're more active in the main plot or have at least shown up and done a card battle. I feel like Owen is going to show up. Shoto and Arisa are going to go, oh my god, it's you! And he's going to be, you disgust me, and wipe the floor with them.
Yeah. And if they don't show up, the card game will have ghost gamed us.
And that's where you can have that discussion. The product needs to come out first to have that discussion.
Because them coming out with the others kind of implied that they were going to be involved a bit more.
Yeah, look, I'm not. Yeah, look, as much as I said, look, I'm not going to defend Bandai on that one. Unfortunately, miscommunication let the fandom run wild, thinking Gamamon was going to get 20 more evolutions, or at least a batch of them, or at least a fusion mega level at the very least. Even if we didn't get Zanmetsumon and Bombmon and Gillibon.
Gillyhumon.
Gillyhumon, right? Even if we didn't get those, we were still, the dim card at least still led fandom to the implication that Gulus was going to hit mega level and then the two would cross over. Instead, we got aliens in the future. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So I can understand that idea that, you know, maybe we don't need the merchandise to tell us so much because it leads to fantasy booking, and then we just get ourselves upset because what we wanted didn't come out. Really should have been on the company to say, these are all what if scenarios.
Yeah,
Or,
and even things like Hokuto's card.
Oh yeah, Hokuto's card
screamed villain. That, like, why did it scream villain when he wasn't a villain? You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, and I was just about to. I was going to say that as well. The other thing you could have done is in Quantumon's simulations. It would be a cop-out thing to do. I'm not saying this is ideal. Or it would have been sufficient, or it would have been agreeable. But when Quantumon is going, oh, I ran so many 1,000 million simulations, like she's fucking Doctor Strange.
Oh, so Evil Hokuto was a multiverse?
Yeah. You just show like these panels, these holograms, so to speak, surrounding her. And in one panel is an Evil Hokuto. In one panel is Arcturusmon. In another panel is Proximamon.
I just pictured Hero running up and punching Hokuto like Sabers when Master runs up and punches his dad. Yeah. That would have been hilarious.
Right?
If that was just one of her simulations.
You know, look, so that's...
Gillyhumon, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. So that could have been one way. If they knew, oh crap, this product might lead to some expectations that we don't have, surely some budget could have been put aside to have a couple of computer screens with, even if they were fucking still images, that you didn't have to animate.
Like if she clicked them and these were my other simulations, and just, they don't even have to be moving.
Exactly. Just to go, oh, there's, at least recognize it instead of pretending that there's nothing there. Because otherwise we're just waiting for a Ghost Game OVA that's never going to happen, where these things should show up.
Yeah, because it, like, if we ever got to the aliens, that's where Gulus, you know, where the Jogras or whatever would come into it, because they're fighting together now. Yeah.
And we have a perfectly good Clockmon there who could take us to the future. Yeah.
So, like, there's total potential for that to happen, but they wrote it into the card game and never wrote it into anything else.
Yeah, and then the dim card was just
they wrecked their own show by doing that.
And then the dim card was like, well, we need filler monsters, so let's just make a bunch of new forms. And then, like, we've talked about it, like, ad infinitum, I feel like. That this, like, nobody said, no, don't do this. Nobody confirmed if these forms were even going to be used. Hell, the anime team wasn't even told that the band was changing. Yeah. Like, they were like, okay, we can do it because it's just a simple change from blue to red that, you know, we're never going to have a close-up on it that people will go, hey, wait a minute, that's still the old one.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like if they duoed it up, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the change from the app drive to the app drive duo is a bit more extreme than just changing your watch strap from blue to red. Like in far away shots, you're not. It's still a square with a rectangle with a screen and a band. Like it can be anything.
Don't even have to draw it. Just pull their sleeve up.
Yeah, like there's that. Yeah. Oh, I don't want it in this shot. Sleeve comes down. Cover it up. It's. But in a situation like this where it is card game based, like, if the character is debuting and this is their partner Digimon, and you're in a media which doesn't allow for the traditional, this is the adult level evolution arc, this is the perfect level evolution arc, oh, there's been a miracle and now we've hit ultimate or mega, this is all you can do. We kind of have to see Ryotaro and Suzume's partners day one when they show up, because that's how a card game would work.
Yeah, but I feel like just putting it out before it happens is a bad idea. Let it happen in the comic first.
Well, that's what may happen with future sets. Like, because we now have, like, the starter deck Shoto and the starter deck Arisa. And yes, I'm using Yu-Gi-Oh! Terminology for that. Because they were all just starter deck Yugi, starter deck Kaiba, starter deck Marik. They didn't have, like, fancy names like Vortex Guardian and whatever.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is when you're starting with their deck.
Yes.
When you're starting to build their deck, yeah.
Right, so... But what may happen is, as the story progresses and the cast swap out their cards, it might be that something turns up in the comic first, and then later we'll get a tweet to say, I'm coming in booster 21. Here's this thing you saw, an hour ago.
Yeah, see, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I do agree, but I think, oh god, the idea of just not having product on the shelves until the thing is over. Oh god.
It's not even
that's
over,
harrowing.
Not even over, but at least
the only reason
people have had a chance to read it first.
The only reason fucking Yu-Gi-Oh became a card game anyway, like, a card game in Yu-Gi-Oh was only meant to be a one-time thing. And then Kazuki Takahashi kept getting fans from emails and letters from fans going, so where can we buy the card game? And him and Konami went, right then.
I guess that's what this is now.
No, there was a Bandai version of the game first, which was fuck off awful. The rules made no sense. Sometimes the rules would carry over between different cards.
Oh.
Like, you'd have a Blue Eyes that would be like, rule 1, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And then, say, your Dark Magician would in the corner then, rule 2, da 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 da. Oh, the Bandai version of the game was, like, horrible.
You still buy that?
You can still, like, the cards were out of gacha machines.
Oh, I remember these, actually. We looked them up, didn't we? Yeah.
So I'm sure you can still get them on eBay, or at least get proxies of them. But like, it was Konami, and I normally do say, fuck Konami. They're the ones who modernized the game into what it is today, and then we got the Duelist Kingdom anime, and that went into Battle City, Orichalcos, Egypt, GX, 5Ds, Zale, Vrains, and then they hit the reset button, and we got Rush Duel.
Bandai can't do anything right. Yeah, that's what I'm basically complaining about. They don't know how to release things normally.
No. But I'll move on to Desmond's comment anyway, because I don't think Ali intended us for a whole discussion to come out of that line of text. All I can say is your patience will be rewarded, and I think we can leave it there.
Okay.
Desmond said, I like this different perspective look at them all. I like this different perspective. Looks like all of them are the main character of their own perspective. If this series gets good enough, they'll make an anime about it, like it or not. I could see that. I could see them adapting it down the road if it picks up.
Enough people have to shout it at them, I guess.
Yeah. It'd be very, like, it would be interesting to see it, like, I Yeah, I like again.
They could way of the house husband it.
Oh,
Well, for
Oh.
some of it.
that reminds me of the Splatoon anime. Because that's what they did. They way of the house husbanded the Splatoon manga and made an anime out of it. I think there was only like 3 episodes, and then it just died.
Forgot
But
the Kaiba tournament.
moving on. we don't talk about the Kaiba Core Grand Prix with fucking darts, but again, purple darts.
Those are for.
Those are for
hunters, yeah.
Wednesday, so we'll keep these Desmond's 2 comments here for Wednesday.
Is that everything?
I think that's everything. I just want to make sure YouTube isn't hiding anything. Oh, there's a comment here from Matthias back on Cross
Young
Wars
Hunters.
Hunters 1 to 3.
Oh, wait, read that on Wednesday as well then.
Hydrosy. Did we read that? Hydrosy sounds familiar.
You know what? We probably saw this comment when we were looking at the comics on Friday, maybe.
Maybe.
What was that saying? Where is? No, don't read it now. It's for hunters.
Not this. Are you talking about this?
I'm talking about Matthias's comment.
Oh, every time. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, timestamp. If the artist is Koki, here's the answer. Okay. Cool. I'll have to go back and see what we were talking about there. Did we lose a comment when we were going through Ali's
No, I think you just
there. Ray.
Yeah, we read that.
We did? Okay.
Yeah. I'm curious what that comment you disliked is about.
What, this?
No, up. Up again? Again? That.
This.
Last evolution. So why are
People-
they saying?
People complaining that these super complete animation ones aren't V-Pets.
Oh, that's what he means by where's the Digimon. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, there are Digimon in it, you just don't raise them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just people complaining about the collector's items not being V-Pets.
But it's a collector's item.
Exactly.
Can I just comment that? It is not VPET, it is collector's item?
No, I've left him alone long enough. I'm not going to go yelling at people for comments a month ago.
I'll yell at him. Because I'm stubborn.
All right, look, let's check. Is there anything we need to follow up on in the old Discord?
No memes?
Oh yeah, we're getting a new binder, Omegamon themed, my favorite.
Don't you have that already?
This binder, no.
Don't you have the Omegamon binder?
With all these new alt arts that form the big image on the when you put them together, so that's really cool.
That is cool, I'll give them that. But don't need another Omegamon binder.
I don't have an Omegamon binder.
I'm sure you do.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm so sure you do.
I can prove it. I don't. There was one on Etsy that was like, kind of looks like the Beelzebumon one I got, but it was like fan made, but I never got it. So unless that's what you're thinking of.
I still feel like you got something like that from the comic shop.
With the Royal Knights on it.
Well, that's the same thing.
No, it's different.
That is the same thing.
No.
That is the same thing.
No, these have all the Digimon and their babies on it. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Omegamon was on it.
I'll be asking the comic shop to get this in for me. Because I love Omegamon. He's my favorite. Sometimes I wonder.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if I have Stockholm syndrome myself.
Oh, you have. 100%.
You know, like if like the complaining started off legitimate and then got ironic and now it's
Yeah, it's like when you started saying "in it," you know, to like piss me off.
Yeah.
And you know, just to because you were playing the game at the time.
Yeah.
And now it's just part of your vocabulary sometimes, and I'm like, stop. But that's why I say y'all sometimes, or when I'm typing, I'll type y'all instead of yous or ye or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I started using it, you know, jokingly because I had a friend from Texas, and I'd say it back to her. And
Oh, okay. We do have memes.
oh, we do have memes.
That just didn't update. Discord was being bold. Okay. We read
Yeah,
those.
we read
Okay.
those.
Right. Well, let me pop the thing back up.
Yuki said, "Yay for Hydrosy." And then Desmond said, "Yay for Lolly Yggdrassil."
No,
Yeah.
not Lolly Yggdrassil. No, no Lolly Yggdrassil.
Meg's a Texan now.
Yada yada. So, Digimon Ghost Game the movie. Train never want to get on no matter what. Into Busan. Spoiler. Leomon dies stupid number amount of
Infinity
times.
amount of times.
Because they're like all detectives or investigators.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what kind of detective or investigator Deadpool is, but sure.
Is that Lena Inverse back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man is fucking back here. Optimus Prime. Samus. Spider-Man.
Two Spider-Man? No.
No, that's a Kamen Rider.
That's a Kamen Rider.
The TARDIS is just there. Leon Kennedy. John Wick.
Who's next to Phoenix?
Who's next to Phoenix?
It looks like the little, what's his name?
Detective Conan.
It looks like he grows into him and then grows into Phoenix.
Yeah, there's a whole evolution. There's a whole 3-stage evolution happening here. And so does that mean Hero evolves into Sherlock Holmes evolves into Professor Layton?
I feel like Leighton is first, and then Holmes.
Layton. Then we've got is he from Demon Slayer?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we've got
I can't remember his
Dio.
role in it.
No, that's not Dio, is it?
No. Oh, what's your name?
He's a JoJo anyway. He's the tongue one, isn't he? The that one.
I don't think that's him. I picked in JoJo with blonde curly hair, and I got fucking JoJo Siwa. Not who I wanted.
The coppers are coming for you. Giorno. Joseph's best friend.
Ah.
Thinking about it, Leomon would make a great protagonist for a roguelike game. You're just playing Hades, but instead of Zagreus, it's just Leomon. You're going around trying to murder the Olympus 12. Actually, I'd play that. I'd play the shit out of that. Texan Megmon. Deadpool and Lena are world jumpers.
Spoilers for a show I never finished. I mean,
they don't do that in the anime.
how am I supposed to know I didn't watch it?
Right, we're turning this into a Slayers watch along podcast.
I will have to get back to it. There's nowhere to buy it, is there?
Not anymore. I've looked recently. I looked when Veronica Taylor was coming over.
Yeah.
And just no. So it's just out of print. All right. Our twin tailors. Time to chat. This interview was before this.
No, Yuki's chatting, but also not signed in.
Oh.
And also, it's blank.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Make it make sense, YouTube.
Make it make sense. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Observing from afar. Yeah, you do that.
Watch Slayers, it's great. I know it is. I started it, but I think the website I was watching it on was just riddled with ads, so I gave up.
Yeah.
It was just getting too awkward, and I had that shitty laptop that couldn't watch anything at 720. Past 720, I should say.
I'm leaving. I'm fucking leaving. Do you know what I do love about this? The Shine Greymon is also getting tilted over.
Yeah.
That is a great attention to detail.
Yeah. That's so good.
I hate this.
Oh,
I love it.
Perfect.
I love it, but I hate it so much. Fuck.
Stalkers.
I guess. Yeah. Well, human evolution in Pokemon. So we get all the various Ash Ketchums, including Reboot Ash. Because I think this is technically where he stopped, and then this is like a reboot. Then human evolution in Digimon. So, Biomerge evolution, Mew into Sister Mon. Oh,
No, go up to the top
line.
first. So,
Digi Echo Desmond.
so yeah, special evolution for the West, and then with the Digi Echo Desmond becomes Xros.
How long did it take to put this together? Jesus Christ.
The fail evolution. Pteromon. The recolor. That's so good.
The recolor goes into your old you.
Yeah.
Biomerge. Jogress.
Yuki gets you every time.
Screw it. I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this show anymore. I'm done. I'm out.
Come back here. Come back here.
Why? Why is that on my screen again?
Because you react to it every time.
Fucking. Digi Egg. Oh. So these are where we start, huh? Special evolution for the West. I really do love that. And which is why when we play through Cyber Sleuth next year for its 10th anniversary, we'll be playing my PS4 version because that is the uncensored version.
Yeah.
The actual European release, unlike the Switch version, which was just given the American one.
Can't not put that in there in an evolution chart with a dog. Yeah.
Mainline recolor. That's inspired.
Yeah.
The mainline recolor. That's inspired. I will. Bravo. Oh, and that's everything. So here, have a thank you for the food. I guess have a have a Nagu heart. Thank you for the good eating. And with that, then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think we're done.
Yeah. Oh, you have to sign into chat too.
Yeah, I always do on
It
this.
kicked everyone out.
I always do on this. You just never see it because it's usually
It's usually not there because
it's just because I brought this down to give us more room.
no, because usually the bottom of the chat is hidden as well.
Token's probably expired, but we're logged in here, so that's the important bit.
Yeah.
Guys,
We don't need to be logged into chat. We are the streamer.
yeah. Thank you so much for today. I really I love it. I do.
Yeah, I had lots of fun.
Yeah.
I love tormenting you with random questions.
Chat loves tormenting me with Nina and her dog.
Nina is the dog. Posted the Steam Noir guide to get her? What?
Oh, for the PC version. No, well, I mean, the PS4 version that I got like 10 years ago. Jeez, that makes me feel old. That is the European version. So in Europe, when Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory first came out, we just got a translated version of the Japanese version of the game. So it was still Sistermon in the War, it was still all of that stuff. America still got CL, and we Europeans laughed at America for their weakness. Then they ported the game to Switch back in 2015, 2017, something like that.
Yeah.
And
After we'd met anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then everybody got the American version, so CL became the other sister in Europe as well, because they wanted to make that they wanted to keep that a global thing. Then that the Western world gets CL, Japan gets Noir, but if you play them in the card game, you treat them as each other. So I'm hoping one of these days we get an alt art that is Noir. I think we can handle it.
Yeah, I think the time has long passed that people are offended by nuns in a Digimon game.
Yeah.
I don't think people were offended by it to begin with.
No, they weren't, but
They were trying to cover their own asses when they didn't need to.
yeah. Like I've said before, Vanguard has a whole
I was going to say, like eBay, where you're not allowed to say transferring a file anymore because it says the word trans in it. Nobody cares about that.
yeah, you have to say exferring.
Exferring a file, yeah.
Yeah, we know that from people who work there.
Yeah, how stupid is that? But that's all it is. Corporate
Yeah, it's
trying to cover their ass, and it never makes sense.
yeah. Vanguard has a whole archetype that is just nuns with guns. Sexy, cute, and otherwise. And
Sister Act exists.
yeah.
That should have proved alone that nobody cares.
So
Why everything turning to X? Yeah.
X is moving to Texas. But we'll talk about that on the other show in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. So guys, thank you again. As I say, thank you so much for tonight. We love and appreciate every minute you spend with us. We will be back on Wednesday with Digimon Hunters, episodes 10 through 12.
Oh, we didn't watch them yet. Okay.
So August
Soju Day.
Soju Day, we're gonna watch Digimon Hunters, episode 10 to 12. And then on August 18th, we'll be back with Liberator Chapter 4. And as I said earlier, we'll kind of take it from there.
Cool, let me get my sniper. When he turns up dead, I'm going to be very suspicious.
It's all of his companies are based in Texas, so he's moving Twitter there.
Oh, we'll talk about him, all right.
So yeah, and then after the 18th, there's going to be 2 weeks where everything is just kind of jumbled and up in the air. So that's why on the podcast schedule thread on the Discord, it doesn't go past the 18th because we just don't know yet. If we stream the Sunday later for Debug 2, it will possibly be a last minute decision.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we feel after the party. I mean, I'll probably be okay, but Meg, maybe not so much.
Meg is on too much medication to be drinking right now, so...
Oh, so we might actually be able to do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
You know my family. Fun fact, AJ never had a hangover until you met my family.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was weird.
Yeah, you've never had a hangover until you drank with us.
And then I said, and then I said never again. And I tempered my soul for the next one, and it worked.
Until Dad brought out that unmarked bottle.
Oh no, I wasn't hungover. I just didn't remember anything after that bottle hit the counter. So there's a difference there. The hangover was nil, but the memory was
also nil.
Yeah. So I tempered myself, and I like a sword in the fire.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I hope you have a great week ahead. Take care of yourselves. Take your meds. Stay hydrated. Treat yourself to a snack or two. You know, you deserve it.
Maybe not 3 a.m, but...
Yeah, maybe not 3 a.m, but otherwise look after
it's only
yourself.
25 past 2, we're fine.
Ah, okay, not quite 3 a.m, but still.
Have some breakfast.
Yeah. Drunk VTuber stream is a popular anime. Oh, is that the one that looks like Bao? There's a VTuber anime now, and
You should do it. You will come home from the party and stream a game. And just casually have Meg throwing up in the corner.
take your megs. Oh, I will.
Well, thanks for a good night.
I will, we'll see you guys Wednesday. Look after yourselves, everybody. Peace and love. Love and
Love you
peace.
guys.
Take care.
Bye bye.